Hello, my name is Phil the Cruz, Cruising with Phil podcast show covering the Ward 25 Scarborough-Rouge Park By-Election. What a mouthful. My year is a special guest, Mr. Zakir, I say it right? Zakir Patel.
Yes.
Running, is this your first time running for a councillor?
For office, councillor first time.
First time, right?
Office third time.
Right.
I ran twice for the trustee.
Oh, great, wow. So introduce yourself, sir, and to the audience.
Well, first of all, thank you very much for coming by to my office
you're
and taking an interview. It means a lot because the candidate are confused. They don't know because they don't have much information.
No, they
about
don't. That's the
candidates.
thing. That's why I'm doing this, right?
Like,
You guys.
exactly,
Yeah,
and
that's why I'm doing it.
through your subscription, people can get more information.
Yeah.
So thank you for doing this.
That's great. Even the presentation, like, it's got over 800 views.
Exactly.
So, guys,
and then you are the one who will send the message and information about the candidates.
It's funny you mention. I got so many emails from people that said they could not make the both events,
Yeah.
but they're glad to see the presentation.
There you
that
go.
makes a big difference, right?
It makes a huge difference.
Oh, yeah.
And then you coming here makes a huge difference.
Oh, no problem,
Right?
no.
So thank you for that.
You're welcome.
Right? And as you know, my name is Zakir Patel. I'm running for City Councillor in Scarborough-Rouge Park, Ward 25. And I've been in political office for very long.
Yes, we'll get into that. So let's talk about your background. You told me
So my background is I came in this country in 1995.
from India, right?
From India, right? At the age of 18, 19, an aspiration of becoming a lawyer. That was my dream always.
Oh, was it? Oh, okay.
Yes, always wanted to be a lawyer. Unfortunately, could not make that.
Why a lawyer?
I don't know. I always liked it. Like my key thing was to advocate for people.
For justice.
Yes, advocate.
So that's you've had it a long time in India.
Since my childhood.
Wow.
Even in my school days.
Yeah.
Right. I used to be in a school where fees was a big thing. It was not a big amount.
Mm-hmm.
It was like $20 a month is your school fees.
Oh wow.
So we had a friend in the classroom. He could not afford that much. His father was from a very poor background. So we all used to get pocket money. So first of the month, if you have not paid the fees, you are sent home.
Oh wow.
So when we don't see him, I go to all my friends. Guys, can you chip in 50 cents, $1, 50 cents, $1. So that's how we used to collect money. $10, 10 rupees, 12 rupees,
Mm-hmm.
right? And we go to the classroom teacher. The ma'am, this is how much we collected for him.
Nice.
Can you do something more for us? So it was output from my pocket. So the teacher puts money and she goes to the administration and the management that this is what students have collected. This is what I have chipped in. So if you can
Make a
get
difference.
this kid back to the classroom.
What grade was this?
I started from grade 3.
Nice. Wow. So you're justice advocate from way back. Eh?
Way back, right? Because I like to see people around me, right? And education is very key. I always believe in education.
Is that how you raise in your family?
Yes.
For justice and just for people?
Always. I have 4 beautiful daughters, and all I tell them is to go and say hello to people, and do not judge people.
Nice.
Right? Even if you are walking on a street, right? Or somebody is driving a very big Mercedes car, don't judge them.
Yeah.
Or if somebody who is begging on the street, doesn't matter what they are doing,
Mm-hmm.
don't judge them.
No.
Right? Because you never know what happened to them.
Yeah.
Right? They are also a son, daughter
Mm-hmm.
of somebody's.
And it could be, I've talked to many homeless, they've been
Exactly.
CEOs of major companies now live on the streets. You don't judge, right?
And you don't judge. And I was doing a Christmas food drive in downtown Toronto. This was during pandemic. I saw one gentleman, right? So I asked my friend with me, I say, do you recognize him? And he goes, yes. So I lowered my eyes, right? I said, because that guy was an affluent guy 20 years back. He used to donate money. And today he's in downtown Toronto, homeless, looking for food.
Yeah,
Right.
see?
So circumstances change. That's what I always tell my kids, that do not judge anyone.
That's right, yeah.
Right? Always say hello to people,
Mm-hmm.
even if they hate you.
Yeah.
I guarantee you, after 5 hellos, they will love you.
It's true. You come from a big family, right?
I come from a very big family. I got altogether 9 brothers and sisters.
Oh my gosh.
Right? We have
Wow.
4 brothers here, 2 sisters in UK, 2 sisters in India, and 1 elder brother in India.
Wow.
Mom and dad, God bless, they are doing very well. Mom is 78, dad 86.
And back here in Toronto or back
They
here?
they were in Toronto. They left last month, right? Because winter is kicking in, and they are.
They like the
They like
the
the
warm,
atmosphere.
nice warm minute.
Yes, right. They'll be back again. Right? As soon as January, February. February normally they come here. February, March. That's the timing.
Well, let me ask you a question. Offhand here, they see your son out of 9 in politics. How do they see you? What do they say about that when they see your son?
So when we landed here in 1995.
You went to Hamilton, right?
Yes, Hamilton, right? When we landed in Hamilton, so when we left India, that was our first time living to a different world or different country.
Oh yeah, different
right?
country, yeah.
So my brother-in-law, he told me on airport that you are the captain of this team from today. You have to look after them, right? Because for me, language is not an issue. Because my dad, God bless him, he made sure we have best education. We all went to English medium schools in India.
Oh, nice.
Right? So that language barrier was never an issue. Number 2, he knew as a captain, because I used to be captain of my soccer team, I was captain of my cricket teams.
Back in India?
Back in India, I used to be a classroom monitor in school, right? I used to be, we have a Teacher's Day. I think it's 14 November in India.
Mm-hmm.
So, students become teacher and principals. So I used to take those leadership role of principals or teachers in the classroom. So my brother-in-law knew this, and he goes, you are the captain of this team from today, right? Look after them.
That's nice.
So dad always used to tell me the captain, right? And then, he's always proud of me.
That's amazing, eh?
Yeah.
Good parents, eh?
Very
9
good.
kids,
9 kids, and he made sure. Mom never worked, by the way.
No. She had no time.
Dad was the only one who looked after. He gave us the best of the best life. And even at this age, he's in India, he calls me every other day.
You talk on the video?
A video, yes. How is the campaign going on?
That's good.
How is things, right? Keep working hard. Don't give up until the last moment. Do everything you have to do. Then rest, leave it up to him.
That's nice.
Because your destiny is also something you have to believe in.
That's true.
Right? So he goes, just keep working hard.
So you grew up with a faithful family yourself?
Yes, right. So that's how dad is. So he always kept me as a captain. And then, fingers crossed, I came to this country, led the family, my 3 younger brothers and sister. They all are doing very well in this neighborhood now. They worked very hard. I was the first one who came to Toronto from Hamilton.
Oh, let's talk about that. You talked off camera about that. Why do you want to come to Toronto from Hamilton?
So,
remember you told me you went to Hamilton. You said,
so Hamilton was, my brother used to live in Hamilton since, if I'm not wrong, 1989 or 1991. And we landed there 14th of January, 1995, winter. But I loved the snow, so I was okay. But it was too quiet for me.
You said your dad wanted to go back?
Yes, and then, for first 5-7 days, I was kind of, when you arrive, you are still treated as a superstar, but, then everybody goes to their job and work, and, Hamilton was very quiet for me.
Yeah.
and I came from a place where, I'm surrounded by people.
Yeah.
I was in my university, second year of Bachelor of Commerce, and I have to leave that place.
Big culture shock, right?
Culture shock, right? I was running for general secretary in my university back then, and I had to come here, right? So it was kind of a very shocking to me, and I told my dad, I said, Dad, can you go back home? And he goes, just relax, you just came into this country, we'll do something, we'll figure out something, right?
So how do you have in Toronto?
So then Dad, he's always a hustler, right? Though he had a language barrier. So the apartment we used to live with, 15 Albright, he used to go downstairs every single day, looking for people who can speak the language. Hey, are you going to Toronto? Are you going to Toronto? Because my brother was busy with work, he used to do 12-hour shift. Yeah. And my sister-in-law was busy with work, right?
But they didn't want you to leave Toronto. They
wanted us to live in Hamilton and things like that, right? So then one day my dad hit the jackpot, when family say, he goes, uncle, I'm going this week. He goes, can you take me and my son? And that's how, my dad, he brought me in Toronto at Millen and Lawrence at 2700 Lawrence Avenue, where he had a mutual friend from back home. And he goes, Zakir wants to go back home. Can you look after him? Right? I know life is beautiful here. So then he left me with Yusuf uncle. And next morning he goes, get ready, we are going somewhere. So we went to one of his known grocery store, which is at Kennedy and Ellesmere. it used to be called Suki's.
Suzuki, yeah.
Yeah, in front of Highland Farm.
Yeah.
Right? And he goes, this is a kid if you want to hire him, right? And he goes, yeah, it's okay, send him tomorrow morning. So that next morning I bought my first sports shoes from Zellers. Zellers used to be at Midland and Lawrence back then. Right, then I bought my shoes. I used to walk from Kennedy and Ellesmere, Midland and Lawrence to Kennedy and Ellesmere.
Oh, nice walk, yeah.
Because I decided I'm going to work very hard for 3-4 years.
Yeah.
You know, have enough of money, then go back home again.
You were planning to go back home, right?
I was planning to go back home.
Still want to go back home,
right? And I said, no, I'm going to go back home, right? But, you know, it was a good journey. To be very honest with you, it was a good journey. I have worked for first 9 years. I had 1 day off every year. That was Christmas.
Store, right? What did you do at the grocery store?
Grocery store I had to quit because I was playing a good cricket.
Oh.
Right? So, but in grocery stores, you cannot have weekends off.
Yes, that's right.
And cricket over here was only weekends.
Yeah.
Right? So what was happening for me was, this was the challenge for me, that I cannot play cricket. So one of the guy from the community goes, if I take you to a different job, will you play in my team?
Oh.
That's the commitment you have to give. And I said, I'm okay with that. So they found a job for me in a factory.
Okay.
In Malvern.
Oh.
Right?
Yeah.
So I used to go work in a Goodwill company, right? And I worked there Monday to Fridays. I used to play cricket on weekends. But then I found a part-time job as a newspaper boy every Friday night to Saturday morning. Insert Toronto Star newspapers.
Oh.
As an helper. He used to pay me $20 a night. He used to pick me up 11 o'clock at night and drop me next morning 9, 10, 11. Right? Because he used to pick us, right? But he's on road, so we have to be with him. And I used to get $20 for that. It was a lot of money back then,
yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
so it was kind of a very interesting money, but I always went into things not for money or not for fame. And I knew that this will give you an opportunity one day, and it happened, you know. After, you know, you are in the system, one day my boss, you know, he asked me, do you want to work more? I said, yeah. And he goes, okay, fine, so I'll give you a weekend job. Then he gave me a weekend job.
Nice.
And from there, you know, I gave him an idea one day. I said, I'm sitting in your car for no reason. The work is only 2-3 hours. I have my own car. Just give me the job. I'll go to the stores, insert the papers there, tie them up, and drop there. We're doing the same thing. I'm sitting in the car and we're doing it. Instead of I can go and drop 2 hours, finish, I go home. Well, that's a great idea. And this is how it started, because if you look at Rouge Park, that was our route area, Gilwood and Rouge Park. So I used to go roam around all the Gilwood areas.
It's just in your back then, all green.
Back then,
yeah,
right? Beautiful, you know, like Highland, like next to my office used to be Highland Creek grocery store. That's variety. You go to Legion. Legion used to be at Lawson, not here.
No, they moved, yeah. That's
right?
Yeah.
Legion was there. Then you go up there. Then you had another store at Port Union and Lawrence, Sugar Variety. The development which happened in 1997 south of Lawrence Avenue, I just saw everything in front of my eyes. Then you just go straight towards the beach. It used to be an open beach.
Yep.
The loop at the bus,
Yep.
I used to have a vending box there. And then I come back again, go from East Avenue, Friendship Avenue, then I go to Island Road. They still have a convenience store at the corner in front of the gas station. Come out from there, go to Dean Park. They still have a grocery store there with Asu gas station. Keep going straight, then I go Toronto Zoo, loop around Toronto Zoo, come back. All those shepherd neighborhoods, they all created in 1997, 2000s, right? Then Meadowvale, you know, Dean Park. They used to have a 2 or 3 convenience store near 1020 Dean Park, roaming around those streets, and then coming out on, you know, towards Morningside, right? Then go towards Malvern again, towards Malvern Mall. You name those stores in there, I'll take you right now. You know, then you come back again, coming to Morningside Mall, right? The Western neighborhood. And all those, it used to be Morningside Mall at Morningside and Kingston.
Yep, that's
right. All those front stores you see right now, they used to be Morningside
Remember
Mall.
Warden Woods
used to be, right?
Gone now, right?
Gone, right?
Beautiful mall.
Beautiful malls.
But you know, at the same time as you're talking, you're in the community. People are getting to know who you are, right?
They know me.
Yeah.
Like people, it's so surprising to me when I knock on doors.
And they know who you are.
I find
Yeah.
people who are my friends for the last 20 years.
Yeah.
And, the world has become so busy.
Yeah.
You don't realize they're living here, right? And then, like, this is such a funny story. We were knocking on doors, and this guy, he goes, this is another candidate. He put up a sign there without his permission,
Oh.
right? And he was very upset. He goes, no, I love Zakir. He's a friend of mine for the last 25 years. And he goes, really? He goes, remove the sign. He goes, no. Zakir has sent message to everyone. And I got message from a third party that do not touch anybody's literatures. Do not touch anybody's signs. So I'm not going to remove this sign. Let him be there. I want to put Zakir's sign in here. So the canvasser told me, Zakir, you have to go and visit this gentleman. He knows you for the last 25 years. So I knock on doors. And me and him used to be volunteers at one of the mosques.
Oh, okay.
Right? He goes, I saw your picture, and I told my wife, this is Zakir Bhai, we have
So he hadn't seen you in a while, right?
No.
But he recognized you.
He recognized me,
Yeah.
right? And so this type of things, I mean, this is a journey. There's another neighborhood I went to, three gentlemen, they all are from Jamaica. They were playing those ping ball games and things like that
Okay.
in the garage,
Yeah.
right? They were enjoying, so I didn't want to disturb them. I left my literature there. I said, guys, if you get time, please read this. So one of the guy was sitting like this. He goes, no, wait. I need to know who you are. So he sees my flyer. Like he goes like this, right, to me. And I said to him, I've seen you somewhere, man.
It's funny.
Right?
Yeah.
And he goes, really? So he stands up, right? Tall, Jamaican guy. He goes, you sure? I said, yes, I've seen you somewhere. And I told him, I said, have you ever worked for Zellers? He goes, yeah, how do you know? I said, do you remember a guy who used to work next to you on the line? He goes, that was Patel. I said, do you see the last name?
Small world,
So he goes, really? I said, yes, man, that's me. He goes, you in politics? What's going on? I said, listen, this is what I always used to love and do things, right? I was at a nutrition program, and I met this lady, and she saw me. She goes, have I seen you somewhere? I said, yeah, you were my supervisor
Yeah,
at
it's funny.
Zellers.
Yeah.
He goes, there you go.
It's funny.
Because I used to work for the warehouse at Warden and 401. Because in daytimes I used to work for the Goodwill Company from 7 to 2:30. From there I go 3 to 11 at Zellers at Warden and 401. And from there at 11:30, 12 o'clock I come home.
That's how people get to know you, right? See?
Right? At 11:30, 12 I come home, I watch TV for an hour, regardless of what happens. Back those days there used to be, those boxes with only 29 channels.
Yeah, you press the button. yeah.
Only 29 channels, right? And then, I watch TV, and then I go to sleep 12:30, 1 o'clock, 3:30 go back to newspapers.
That's funny.
Right? 7 days a week newspapers, you don't get day offs except Christmas. So, but newspaper was giving me the perspective of Canada. You go to all those small neighborhoods and you see the beauties, and early morning, the birds are chirping, and you see the people walking, the garage sales, and those you go to church sale and you find things, right? So this was my passion, which kept me here, which kept me in this neighborhood.
The people you just said you ran into, remember?
Yeah.
You ever think guys go, who else knows me out there that I'm not aware of, right?
You would be surprised.
Yeah, you'd be surprised, right?
Yesterday I was knocking on doors north of Shepherd, and this husband and wife never met me in my life. Never. And my door knocker was door knocking, and he goes, is Zakir with you guys? He goes, yes. He goes, where is he? Right? He goes, he's on that street if you can meet him. So they were walking, and I was knocking on door. He goes, hi Zakir. I said, hi. He goes, we are voting for you. And I said, thank you very much. And he goes, probably you don't know us, but you have helped us on emails, because our child were going at West Hill, and you were like emailing back and forth, replying to us, and you made that happen for our child.
Nice. Oh,
Right.
the TDSP, right?
Yeah, the TDSP, right? He goes, when I saw your literature at my door, I told my wife, do you know him? He goes, yeah, that's Zakir. Because they get newsletters.
That's why they want to meet you in person, right?
And that's why they say, we're voting for you, right? So connections is there in the neighborhoods. When you go to any neighborhood, you tell me Dean Park, I'll find people there. You take me to Malvern, I'll find people there. You take me to Rouge Park, like Rouge area, Dean Park, and all. I mean, Port Union, Lawson, those areas, I'll find.
So when you mentioned about the voters,
Yeah.
they even when I canvassed back then, they did a survey. They said voters are more responsive when you meet the candidate in person rather than
Yes.
rather than their campaign team.
Yes.
It makes a big difference.
I met 85-year-old Tony day before yesterday on Tilly Drive. He was sitting, he was enjoying, right? And I was door knocking and he saw me, he shuts off everything, he starts talking. I spent 25-30 minutes with him at one door. And you know what? So much talk we had. He's 85. He was the first guy, probably second guy in that neighborhood because next door gentleman is 95. They are so healthy and they are so much enthusiastic. I cannot believe this.
That's nice.
And Tony told me that, Zakir, 53 years in this neighborhood. And I found out he was a big political figure. We talked lots of politics, right? And then he goes, you know what, tell your campaign that they got one vote from this house. That's me because I'm the only one who lives here. And he goes, son, keep this attitude of listening to people, right? And I meet those type of people.
Yeah.
I love to
Because you
talk.
take your time.
Yeah, because
I find even other candidates when they canvass,
yeah,
they have a limit to schedule.
not me.
They don't want to like limit their talk, but people get coached by their candidates or their team. They don't spend too much time with the candidate. But
Yeah.
I'm like you. I'm the same way. When I canvass, I talk to. I'm fine.
No.
30 minutes, 20 minutes.
Next door, I met a very nice gentleman, right? He knocked a door. And trust me, my one canvas, he finished 25-30 doors. He went all the way Morris to Ellesmere. He comes back, still me and him are talking. And same wordings from him. I think it's Stephen, if I'm not wrong. He goes, Zakir, just keep that attitude
Yeah, you do.
of listening people,
You have to. Yeah.
right? Because it's going away.
Yeah. Because that's the frustration in any election you've seen, right?
Right?
Well, look what's going on with you guys. There's no media of you guys.
No.
If there's any media, it's something to do with signs. We talked about that.
Yeah.
Or the Jennifer Johnson, her name, the reporter from CTV.
Mm-hmm.
She did a thing, something with the Rouge Park,
Mm-hmm.
with the neglect, and I don't think it talked to you the candidates, but it was part of it. It wasn't a direct one-on-one with any candidates.
Yeah, yeah.
And remember the old local cable 10? They used to have the debates back then. The candidates on before.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The
they had
local
that.
Rogers channel.
Yeah, they don't have it anymore.
It's
right?
gone.
No, that's
The
unfortunate.
Rogers
People love
channel, I
that.
still remember they used to keep one. I think CTV used to have one, right? Those
And had
type of things.
each ward had all the candidates on
And
it.
I'm still thankful to, in this neighborhood, especially those 4 groups who did last time, the West Rouge Community Group,
Yeah.
the Highland Creek Community Group, right? I mean, those are a good foundation groups. And I think next generation should pick up from there. Because this community voices, they bring people together,
Yeah, just like Sun too and Scam.
right?
Yeah.
And those groups, I'm so thankful to them, regardless of where their alliance are. But I appreciate that.
Yeah.
You know why? Because they're bringing people out.
Yeah. Well, look at the turnout, the presentation.
Exactly,
They
right?
didn't expect that. They
And
even said
it's so
at
tough
the end
for
they
us.
said it's too small a venue next time.
Exactly.
It is.
And then a guy like me, or who has to, pitch myself. Who am I? Right? It's not easy for us. For like 90 days, we've been door knocking. We got 32,000 plus doors in this neighborhood.
Yeah.
Right? And it's challenging.
Oh yeah.
And writing starts from steals.
I tell it to people. If you don't live in the ward, any ward, well, Scarborough's a big ward.
Yeah.
Just your ward specific. I've seen how big it is. I've lived here.
It's
Huge
huge
you're
area.
knocking on each door. You
Right.
only do so much in a day, right?
And I'm a door knocker.
Yeah.
When I run for trustees, I still hit at least 10,000, 15,000 doors.
Yeah.
Why? Because I like to know the issues. I like to speak to people. You agree with me? You don't agree with me? It's
Yeah.
a different story. And my message to anybody in Rouge Park or anywhere in the Scarborough, anywhere, take my card, my brochure. Win or lose is a different story.
Yeah.
Right? This number, keep it handy. If all doors are closed, call me. I'll find a way for you.
That's nice.
Right? Because I'm a hustler. I'll try to call people. And if it's done, it's done. Right? So win or lose is a different story, but your connection has to be there with the
Yeah.
communities.
Well, yeah, you
And
got
then
engaged one-on-one, right?
A one-on-one, right? So this is what I believe in, and this is what I love it. And my connections, I can assure you one thing, is very deep in this neighborhood.
Well, the people recognize you, right?
Worked here,
Yeah.
lived here, right? And in the neighborhoods. right? You tell me anywhere, I can take you from here, right? Because I've been there. I was always on the road, right? Because I still love it, right? So, that's another passion I had. Did anything change for us, right? No. Scarborough
Still the
is still, it's sadly, people talk less about Scarborough, right? And thanks to Love Scarborough campaign, which we did for Scarborough Health Network.
Yeah, that's
Right.
let's get into that.
And-
well, actually, let's talk about how you got into politics first.
The politics.
How'd you get into that? How'd you get interested in? You wanted to be a lawyer at one time.
I
right?
wanted to be a lawyer, but again, like I said, it was always a passion to help people.
Yeah.
And I did a lot of campaigning for so many candidates.
Oh, so you did campaign for other people?
You name it, I have helped MPs, MPPs.
And that's got your foot in the door. Did you had interest there?
No, it's just helping. I just love it.
Yeah.
Right.
So you believe in the candidates that you support, right?
Yeah, just support them, right? That one day something will good happen to Scarborough. Right. Because Scarborough was always my passion, right? And when I say passion, Scarborough gave me a lot, my family a lot, right? And what I noticed one thing, there was a different cultural differences between us and the downtown.
Oh, yes, big difference.
Right? Like, when I go there, it's a different world, right? Like you are moving along. You get opportunities, you get things.
It's almost like
done.
a different city.
It's a different.
It is.
As soon as you pass
People don't
Victoria
realize
Park,
that.
it's not even Victoria Park. As soon as you pass Kennedy, it's kind of a different vibes, right? And transit was the biggest challenge,
Yeah. Well, it still is.
right? And then somebody told me that TTC sells more car in Scarborough than any other dealership,
Yep, they do.
right? And that's so true. When I knock the doors, I get complaints from students, less frequency of buses. Seniors, no services on weekends. How are they going to go do groceries or move around, right? I have the neighborhoods where students are, Scarborough-Rouge Park has one high school, which is Oliver Mowat.
Yeah.
Some student goes to West Hill, some goes to Laurier. Early morning buses.
That's it.
No frequencies.
No.
You miss one
Let's get
bus.
into that. I know they have the TTC riders. I'm a part of that group now. They're a great organization. Unfortunately, didn't get the survey.
Yes.
Yeah, a lot of people didn't get it. I don't know why. Out of 20, only 9 did the survey.
Wow.
I did myself. But let's talk about what you're standing about. You just mentioned about the lack of ridership or lack of services, right?
Listen, TTC, it's about TTC, it's about transit.
Yeah.
Right? Transit is not just bringing transportation to the city. It brings employment, it brings opportunities, it brings growth, right? We have to understand about transit. This is happening since 1997 during the amalgamation.
Discover's so long. Like I drove from Ellesmere to Victoria Park to down here. It's a long drive, right?
It's
Like,
20,
people
25
always have big
minutes,
gas. How
right?
big Scarborough is,
It's not like downtown, it's one block away.
I know, yeah.
This is not one block.
So if you got elected as councillor, what would you do for improved
I need
services?
more frequencies, for sure, right? Ridership, why? Have you questioned yourself why there is no ridership?
Yeah.
If a student has to take 2 or 3 buses to come to school,
Exactly.
Where is he going to go?
Well, you just heard the report just recently. I went to the meeting, TC Riders, we discussed this. They said the down revenue for fares, right? They lost money, so when they go back to the tax period and raise their fare again next year. That's not a way to do it.
There's lots of ridership,
There's a lot of ways to do it.
but the problem is this: the routes are not connected.
But they don't bring enough revenue in the city. Like I got posted. I was telling this in the meeting. I was posting in London in the military. And I watched how they run their city, and they said they raised $180 million in advertising to feed the transport. Never mind the riders. Don't raise the fares. That advertising alone. You've been to London, right? You've seen their
Yeah.
It's amazing, right?
Oh, yeah.
Pubs, coffee shop everywhere, right? And advertising.
I have family members there, so
right?
I know.
Why can't we have it here, right?
Like I said, you have to have a plan.
Yeah, there is no plan.
There's no the connectivity plan is missing in here.
It is.
Ask me. 1995, 96, 97, I used to work in Malvern, Tapscourt, and Nelson.
There's nothing back there.
If I miss my blue bus,
Yeah.
best of luck to me. Then I have to walk all the way to Nugget and Morecambe to get a bus.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter winter or cold, right? You wave your hand to the driver.
Yeah.
If he misses,
Well,
gone.
they even mentioned that they've reduced the blue light.
The blue lines
they
are
reduced
missing,
that.
right?
They
They
reduced that.
reduced
It's
that,
ridiculous.
right?
Yeah.
The subway extension, we always got played out with that.
Oh yeah. How many
right?
years? Yeah.
The LRT plan, same thing.
Yeah.
We had good money of $1.4 billion from the provincial government, never utilized, never worked because none of them came to a good conclusion. 1997, we had the money for our transit
Yeah.
in Scarborough.
And
They never used, they took it,
that's right.
right? Far east, where are the buses? Far northeast,
And
you
now
have
they're building
Rouge Park station, everything.
three stops they're building.
3 stops.
Like, what is that in Scarborough?
In Scarborough, still, where is the east
You
end?
know, I was taking a survey. The size of the 3 stops they're doing for Scarborough. That distance for downtown Toronto is like 10 stops right there. So what is that saying? You know,
That's the thing. I mean, and I was back probably 7-8 years. There was a community consultation meeting in Scarborough Village for the transportation. One councillor from downtown Toronto came to oppose the plan.
I remember this now. Yeah, yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I
I mean,
remember this.
how
Yeah.
can you do that?
Yeah, he doesn't even live in Scarborough.
You don't even live in, you don't even know Scarborough.
It's right, yeah.
Right? And this is what frustrates me. So that's why I'm coming back to my point. Like, I help so many people. So many people. I was born in Scarborough, but not raised in Scarborough.
That's right, yeah.
Oh, I went to this school, which is good.
But you don't live here.
You never lived here, right? Because you went for other opportunities.
I bought my Kit Kat bar at the grocery store. But I don't live here.
I don't live here.
But I gotta say the matter, right?
Exactly.
You know?
Right? And then this is Scarborough people complain too much. No, we don't complain too much.
They never hear a voice. What are they talking about? Yeah, I know.
The average income of a household in here is 40-50K. Husband, wife has to work.
Well, you hit it on the mark. The attitude downtown, and I'm saying city council because I know most of the councils there, right?
Yeah.
It's just prejudice. It's downright prejudice. When it comes to Scarborough,
No, I've seen at the board. I was
Well,
told
yes,
by
yeah.
a trustee,
yeah.
why should we pay for Scarborough subway? I said, you should.
yeah, why not? You know.
You should.
Well, the other attitude when they built the ferry line, the ferry, the Shepherd line,
Yeah.
the ferry mall, they go, it wasn't used as much back then. When first they go, what a waste of money. Well, what do you anything you'll build eventually will be filling up, right?
I
You
met
know?
a lady.
Do you remember when they built the 401 years
Yeah.
ago? They said, who's going to use this? And now look at it.
And look at this.
Exactly.
Right?
You know?
And then even like I met a lady, she had like 33-year-old son with special needs. Right?
Yeah.
And she told me, Zakir, it takes me 20 minutes just to wait on a bus stop on Lawrence and Beach Grove to find one bus. It takes me to Morningside. From Morningside I have to go Finch. It takes more than 45 minutes. You imagine this. I have a 33-year-old son with special needs. It's more than 45 minutes, but if you go Shepherd line, if I had to go Leslie, on the same line, it takes me 20 minutes.
20 minutes, right. See?
Right? So it has been left behind. And again, there are some interest groups. They want their people in.
Yeah.
Right? Like they have no connections to Scarborough.
No, they don't.
They have no idea. I got so much interviews done by reporters who came from downtown. Like, trust me, they go, this is completely different world. Right? Like, what's going on in here? Right? I even told my trustee friends at the board, you become trustee of Scarborough for a few days. And you see by all your eyes, like what's happening in this neighborhood. Like we don't have transit. That's why we are fighting so much for the Toronto Transportation Group, the bus services. Right? Because it's not easy. Husband and wife has to go to work. We drive. We might have to have 2 cars. $600, $700 just the cost of insurance.
Yeah.
If I live in an apartment building, I have to now pay for a parking spot. I cannot find jobs in here. The youths cannot find jobs in here.
Yeah.
What are they going to do now?
Well, let's discuss this. I just talked with your the lady out there.
Yeah.
What's her name? She's talking about
Iman,
youth.
yeah.
About getting youth.
Yeah.
Now we talked about this in the president about housing.
Yes.
Student housing is just ridiculous. Like there's nothing there. Like just.
But even let's see we have enough housing in here. Let's take an example there. But how about jobs?
That's the thing.
They still have to go downtown Toronto.
That's right.
They still have to go Brampton, Mississauga, Vaughan, you name it, they have to go. How are they going to go?
Yeah.
Where is the transit?
I know a security guard at Scarborough Town Center from India. He lives in Brampton in a room for a nice family. He travels from Brampton all the way 2.5 hours to come to work.
There you go.
Because he can't afford it.
You can't afford it. I have seen students or the youths, they go downtown to work.
Yeah.
What's their commute time? 45 minutes?
Exactly.
1 hour? Because they have to go through multiple buses and things like that. Like, where is that connectivity?
Well, I said I phone TTC quite often. They know who I am. So I said, do you know something missing on your ELLT platform? All the platforms, the one you're building, that's 14 years delayed. We'll be ready till I'm a grandfather, whatever. And you got no shelters on your platforms. You know that?
Yeah,
It's got a plexiglass, a little barrier, and that's it. Like, what is that? Who planned this? Even the extension into York, the subway, the seven stops, 2 washrooms.
2 washrooms.
Like, what is this?
And like, there is no planning.
There's not.
You can have lots of houses in here, but where is the plan?
Yeah.
Right? You're making multiplexes here. Where's the parking plan?
Exactly. Well, now they moved the Victoria Park's parking lot, subway. Like, why'd they do that?
Yeah,
because
now
it's a major hub for parking, and now it's gone.
The income is lost.
Yeah.
Right? And then most of the Scarborough parks, when you go and visit, you have to pay for it.
Yeah.
And I went to one of the beach in downtown Toronto. They had no machines there to pay for parking.
Yeah. Oh, it's free and down. Yeah, Woodbine. It's
Cherry
free.
Beach or
it's
Woodbine
free
is
during
free.
weekday.
Right.
Weekday it's free between 2,
And
4, 5.
and
I went with my mom down to Bluffers Park.
you pay for it.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I used to go park there all the time.
And this is
Like,
what's
where'd that
happening.
come from?
Yeah.
$12 to park on a weekend?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
You have to pay for it.
I said to her mom, hey, let's do some prayers. I go, what are people praying over the river? One of those signs.
People don't
I
see
walked
that.
over and go like, what is this?
Right?
When did this happen?
You get special permits in downtown Toronto.
Yeah.
You can park here, no problems. But in Scarborough streets,
Yeah.
if you park more than 3 hours, you get a ticket.
Yeah.
Right? So these are the
But they don't have that
disadvantages.
downtown.
Right?
I parked at Woodbine Beach during the weekday between 9 to 5. It's
Yeah.
free, Monday to Friday. TTC parking lots are free on stat holidays or holidays and stat holidays. Yeah, they're free on the weekends.
So,
I mean, what's wrong with it?
I really don't get this type of things. I mean, if I live at Northeast, right? Let's see how to live Northeast. And I have to go over for downtown. I still have to take my car
You do.
to Rouge Go Station or Gilwood Go Station, right? I got no choice,
You have to. Yeah.
right? And all this congestion, the red lanes,
But what do you think?
that's another one.
What do you think of the red lanes?
You know what?
I drove a Midland the other day.
You
put one on Midland. I go, why'd you put one on Midland?
Midland.
Nobody rides a Midland.
Exactly, Midland, Kennedy. You have no 401 exit on Birchmount.
No, there's none. No.
So where people are going to go?
Exactly.
Warden?
Yeah.
Or Kennedy?
Yeah.
What? I mean, please think sensibly.
I haven't been to Midland in a long time. But I run a Midland and go like, where'd this come? The red line. What is this? This is a neighborhood. It's not like a major.
I
not
really
like Kennedy.
don't get that.
I can't.
And then
who decides
they
this
have
stuff?
on Morningside Avenue.
Yeah.
I mean, guys, please make it an HOV lanes.
Yeah.
Go to Allen Road.
Yeah.
Why no red lane there? They put nice HOV lanes there.
Yeah. But
Two
you
or
know,
more
and you know
people,
the difference
taxis.
on Ellesmere and Brimley? It's not a red. It's a red for buses now. You can't turn left on Brimley anymore.
No.
I was like, I did the other day, like a couple weeks ago. I was wondering, I can't turn here. What the heck's going on here? I'm on a red lane. What the heck? Where'd that come from? So you got to go out of Midland to get over to the other side, or you got to go to McCowan.
Yeah.
Right.
That's where
Like, it sounds like, where is this?
and
I don't understand that.
nobody talks about it. Nobody.
You know why? Like you said, they don't live in Scarborough. People don't live in Scarborough.
Exactly.
They don't.
They have no
don't-
idea,
they don't.
right? They these interest groups. They bring these candidates. They put in there.
Yeah, I know.
And they have no clue.
No, they don't.
Just work on our agenda.
Well, they have, some of the candidates we're talking about. So they want to run for mayor next year. They're doing their photo ops and all this.
Oh,
the Kumbaya message on the bottom.
They
They're
have
but
no-
they know what's.
They don't know what is Scarborough.
No, they go and test go to the Jamaican patty restaurants and they're pulling and like that's nice. But have you lived here?
Oh,
I know Great Church Canada. The last by-election, he did a video on the subway, right? And it was so obvious. You can tell he's on the subway. How often he doesn't. So he's doing the video. So the subway's coming, and he's trying to speak loud in the subway. So we're sitting there going, he don't ride the subway, does he? But he put the fear monger in people that people are afraid to ride the subways. They're at the backs of the wall. They don't want to talk to you. What are you talking about? You're not my life. You're not from the city. You're from a small town. So don't put this facade of fear in people's voters. I talk to people all the time. I lived in Toronto. I only had 2 incidents.
Yeah.
That was it. the whole time.
I was helping a candidate in Mississauga. So
Oh, for the mayor?
no, it was a by-election.
By-election.
A good friend, he was running for a council, so I used to go and help him. And it used to take lots of time of mine just to commute.
Just to give me, yeah.
That same gentleman is helping somebody else in this neighborhood now.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he met me one day. He goes, Zakir, I really appreciate you for coming down to help me in Mississauga. Now I realize how difficult it is to come from Scarborough
To
Mississauga, because he's coming from Mississauga
to Scarborough, yeah.
to Scarborough
So
to help
yeah.
someone,
Yeah.
right? And it takes him like 55 minutes to easily 1 hour, 10, 20 minutes.
Yeah. So he sees the
He
value
sees
of
the
time.
value,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So this is very normal, right? Like for us, even if I go downtown Toronto now, parking is 20, 25 bucks easily,
Yeah.
right? It's such a big cost, right? And it's challenging. You don't find parkings, lots of cars now on the road, the chances of accidents, and that's another headache, right? Constructions in downtown Toronto,
Oh my gosh.
that's another issue,
Well, you
right?
closed up between Bay and Yonge, the Queen Street for the
Yeah.
subway. I talked to the construction guy. I know guys work. They go, we're not gonna be touching this place in another 2 years. Like, why'd you close it off for?
So that's
it
why
doesn't make sense.
That's
yeah.
why I always
yeah.
tell people, don't give me lecture on, I'm raised here, I'm born here, I live here. I have lived here and I have experienced things.
You've seen the growth of the city, like I
Right?
have. Yeah,
I've seen in and outs of the growth, what's happening, what's not happening, right? And then it's sad when people, says things about this, right? That I live in Scarborough, I live in this, I do the other candidates. No, they live. Just you don't know.
Yeah.
Right? You have to live in all the communities, not one community. Then you will understand Scarborough.
Yeah.
Right? Then what is Scarborough? It's a very beautiful place. It's a very energetic place.
Yeah.
I always believe the people are so nice.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
nice.
That's where the only ward has a campground,
Yeah.
right? People don't realize that. Rouge Park.
I will never
City
forget
campground.
those gentlemen at Port Union and Lawrence. I used to have a vending box, right, of Toronto Star. If you put 50 cents, you get the paper out. If the door opens automatically, he used to sit in his car 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock in the morning and wait for me and say, hello, my friend, your box is opening automatically. Make sure you fix it. Did you get my money I left yesterday? I left under your papers. Right? That's the beauty I have seen. Right? You love speaking to those people.
Yeah.
When you sit down with them and I go for door knockings, I spend 30-35 minutes.
Yeah.
At least if the gentleman is friendly, I speak with them.
And we got just a diversity of people, right? Different
Oh.
backgrounds.
I met Raphael on Colonel Danforth. He's living there since 1962. That's what he told me, 1962. Yeah. My goodness, such a nice guy.
Yeah.
Right? On his wheelchair, we're talking. My canvas says, let's go. I said, listen, man, let me enjoy this. These are the moments you love from the campaigns, right?
Yeah.
You will never forget.
Yeah.
Right? And I met people at the door. They asked me about the wastage at City Hall, property taxes. Look at the water bills.
Yeah.
Right? Nobody talks about it. Right? But wastages, there's no accountabilities. Nobody wants to call out people.
Well, they have some laws about the the overcrowded housing,
Yeah.
but they won't. It's not implemented. We talked
Right.
about them before.
They
don't. The laws are there.
they want to bash trustees.
Yeah.
Right? But they don't know that trustees are governed under Ministry of Education. We have integrity commissioner who looks after each and every expenses and everything we do at the board. We have audit committees. We have integrity commissioners. They look after us.
Well, it's not mentioned in the paper, right? They just say they're fired, they're let go.
They say
There's no background.
There's
like,
nothing.
People don't know what TDSB does, so I know what they do.
It's not only
I've talked to
TDSB.
the
He has
candidate.
taken about 5-6 boards, right? Without justification.
Yeah.
If you found something, please present them, right? We other trustees ask me. I do coffee shop, like I meet constituent with the coffee. I change the locations of Tim Hortons here and there.
Yeah.
I pay for those coffees. Sometimes the constituents pay for the coffee because why you put in from your pocket? I'll pay for it.
Yeah.
Right? Nobody pays us for those type of things. Right? We work because we want to help people. We want to listen to people.
Well, that's what the voters want. They want a voice of the people, the
Right.
voice of Scarborough.
Exactly, right?
The last few incumbents have not done this.
Yeah,
Let's
and
face
this
it,
is why I joined the politics. When I say politics, the role, like, of a leadership.
Yeah.
Because I helped people since 2003 till 2018, probably 18, 19 campaigns, not one or two.
Mhm.
You name it.
Now you've been endorsed for quite a few.
And when I run for
Yeah,
trustee,
yeah.
I was blessed.
Yeah.
Jennifer McKelvey, it's on record.
Yeah.
She endorsed me twice.
Yeah.
Right, when I was running for trustee. John McKay endorsed me. Michael Couture endorsed me. Mitzi Hunter endorsed me. One of my good friend from NDP, Alex Wilson, is a pastor. He endorsed me. Community members, Paul Ainsley endorsed me. Nick Mantis endorsed me. Right, I got all those endorsements, plus the community members. I have a new flyer. I encourage all your viewers to look at that new flyer. Look at my community involvement.
Is it online?
We're going to put online that,
yeah.
but we deliver to each and every neighborhood, right? It has all my endorsement. I got 30 endorsements, probably 20 or 30. 6 trustees endorsed me. There are 22 altogether, minus 3 who are running. So there are 19 now.
Is that online too?
It's online.
Okay.
Out of 19, 6 trustees has endorsed me.
It's pretty good, eh?
One or two have missed the deadline.
Yeah. Oh, we're
right? So this is a kid will do online.
That's nice.
Right? And this is all multiculturalism.
Yeah.
Scarborough trustees.
So why are these people endorsing you? What are you to them?
Because they know my honesty.
Yeah.
They know my leadership. And they know Zakir does not fool around. He believes in something which is right. Like school renaming.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Right? I was not in favor.
No.
Me and 2 trustees, me and a trustee from Southwest, we were not in favor. Right? But the rest of the trustees of Scarborough, they were. But not me. Few reasons. You cannot erase somebody's legacy like that. That's number 1. Number 2, the cost of changing names.
Well, look at Dundas. That's a perfect example, right?
The cost of changing names, you could easily put that money in the classrooms.
Well,
Special education kids need lots of help.
The animosity between about the races back then. Face it, Toronto was built on a white man's world's rules, right, and regulations. So these are all Dundas, Eaton's, all these people.
Yeah.
They had a statue down to the LGBT community on church. First gay politician, and they found he had slaves. So they removed the statue. I remember the ceremony. But the thing is, like I said before, your kids, when our kids grow up, they don't see it. They can see all this history.
Yeah.
Just leave what it is. You can't. Destroying a statue is not going to do anything. The history's still there.
Yeah.
Unless it has to be in the books.
Yeah.
All this, if you have a statue, let's say you're a racist, you were the statue there. Well, he's racist. Well, that statue's there for a reason. So when your kids get old, they'll see that's how Toronto was raised.
Exactly.
And it has to be there.
Yeah. So those type of things.
You can't erase that kind of history. Renaming a sign ain't going to make a difference.
Nothing, right? Put that money into special education.
Exactly.
Right? I mean,
or call it let's say the Dundas Fund for people that are marginalized, racialized, and that
you as a trustee has a duty to have a balanced budget, right? Act responsibly, and do it, right? That's what you have to do.
Rename the new schools. I look at the list there. All the schools names. If you look at half those names, they're all racist. I'm not going to get into that, but I'll get into that. These are all names,
I mean,
right?
And this is what I believe in.
Yeah.
Right? That me and those friends who are endorsing me, we are that team. Say, you know what? No, something is not fundamentally right.
Yeah.
Right? We have to fight for it. Doesn't matter. We don't have majority. That's okay.
Yeah.
But at least 7-8 people are standing up to this. Right? As a budget chair, that's my duty to look after the budget. That what's going on in the budget. We have been told that
Can I ask how much it costs to change the sign for the school?
Oh,
you like to tell me that, or is that private?
I think it was close to 70,000-80,000.
Really?
Yeah.
And where could that money even use? Where would you put that money?
In a classroom, special education.
You would put that there, right?
Of course, I put there. Special education kids need help more than ever.
Yes.
The teachers in the classroom needs help more than ever. We are facing so much challenges, especially in special education. It's such a wide, area and field. Lots of challenges there. Teachers are struggling. right? How to cope with students. And now they are in the same classroom sometimes. No, it's a big challenge. From 9 to 10, they increase one student per classroom. From 9 to 10, and I opposed it. I said, you cannot do it. Because the teacher cannot handle it.
No.
Right? And then, I fought for it, and this is a cure. We are mandated by the ministry. You need 16 students per classroom.
Yeah.
I said, don't even go there. From 9 to 10 is also a big deal for me. And then we came up, and this is a cure. It's going to cost an extra $2 million. I said, find that money and put that into special education.
I find it ignorant on the part of politicians. Like, you have friends. I have a lot of friends with autism, kids with special needs. I have friends with wheelchairs. So I'll say, all you politicians, not one of you have any friends that have any sort of disability or accessibility problems or special needs or autism or, Tourette's or Down syndrome. None of you can't relate with the real people who are in Toronto or Canada. Put the money in there, right? What's the big fight? People are out there. There's an increase. Mental health, like the city has lack of mental health. Like we talked about before, right?
Yeah.
You can't just make a program and say, here's a program, you got a mental problem. It's one program for everybody. You can't just do that. And it just ends at that. Like, I've talked to many people downtown.
Like density.
Yeah.
I was talking to one of the constituents, right? He goes, those people who are supporting those type of things, I have no issues.
Yeah.
We need homes. But Zakir, tell them to put one next to their house first.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Then they will realize
the
reality.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Bicycle lanes, it's good for health.
Well, see, I'm a biker myself.
Yeah.
I'm part of a bunch of bike groups. So I think, my view, if I had one, the university got rid of one lane. It's all parking.
Yeah.
Woodbine's the same way. Danforth. I'd say keep the bike lanes a little wider for wheelchairs out, but just keep the two lanes.
Yeah.
Because they all blame the bikers for all these problems, right? It's not the bikers, it's the city that mandates all this, right?
Exactly.
And we got so we have so many green spaces, we have so many parking spots everywhere in Toronto.
Yeah.
Like, when I go downtown, I can park anywhere.
Anywhere.
Well, why do you want to take a whole lane on University and make it a parking lane?
And so this type of critical thinking, which makes sense is, and I always tell people, especially when I was at the board and to the senior staff, I say, guys, writing an email to you will not resolve my issue. I want you to take out some time to come and visit schools.
Exactly.
Right? See the schools, their conditions, their parking lots, their windows. One of the schools, St. Margaret's, right? I used to be in that neighborhood of West Hill all the time because my boss used to live at 42 Weir Crescent, and I used to pass by that school all the time. This is before I became trustee. I thought it was a Catholic school, right? Because St. Margaret's.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Right? So, to my surprise, when I got elected, I found out that's a public school.
Yeah.
Right? So, I started visiting the schools and the conditions. That one school, I think if I'm not wrong, had like 20 plus portables since 1992. Probably it had one washroom in all 20 portables. Imagine those kids. Right? I was so upset. With that school. I called the senior department, system officers. I said, Steve, you got to come out one day, man. Conditions of Scarborough, until you see with your own naked eyes, you will not believe me. You will think I'm just shouting, but I'm telling you, this is my invitation to you, please come out. Very nice guy, Steve Shaw, very nice gentleman. He goes, Zakir, I'll take up time one day. He comes, I took him to 5 or 6 schools. When he saw St. Margaret's, he did not believe the condition of the school. See? Right, and he goes, Zakir, I'll put this into, every year we have to send Province of Ontario proposal to build 10 new schools. So I'll put this into that list, right? And that's how, he understood that. He went to Cedarbrae. He saw the parking lots of Cedarbrae and he goes, this is not acceptable. He saw a unsafe bridge at Cedarbrae. He goes, this is not safe. You have to remove this, right? Mm-hmm. I took him to Galloway School, right? He goes, this parking lot he changed the parking lot, right? I took him to a few schools showing the windows. And he goes, Zakir, I cannot believe this. I'm sorry, because nobody advocated for this, right? And then nobody told us these things, right? So, this kind of leadership I have, this kind of, I don't shy away of fighting the right fight. And these friends of mine, they believe in me. That's why they made me vice chair. Otherwise, normally it never happens like this. There are chair of the board and a vice chair of the board is from Scarborough. But it happened this time, right? Because my friend, who is a chair, who is also running for council, had different priorities than me, right? He had his friends from downtown who were helping him. Like me, I had help from everywhere, because we all cared for our communities, not for interest groups, right? Like, I saw the platform, free transit for seniors and lower property tax.
What was that? What platform was that?
It's if you see in one of the candidates' platform, it's there.
Oh, I know. Yeah, I know about it.
Right? I read the platform.
Yeah, I saw that. I was like laughing. I wasn't laughing. I said that'd be nice to have that. Sure.
But two things.
Yeah.
It's good.
Yeah, sure.
First, give me transit.
Yeah.
You are giving me this. You're giving me a token for free. But where's the transit?
Yeah.
If you senior is 65 plus, right? So if you're giving me a token for free, where is the transit?
Exactly.
Which bus should I sit in? Where should I go in? That's number one. Number two, if I send wheel trans, it's going to consume 4 or 5 hours. Done deal? So first, the transit is not there. It doesn't make sense. Number two, you're also lowering property taxes. City of Toronto, Municipal Act, how much sources of income do you have?
Exactly. Well,
Other than property taxes.
and real estate.
And real estate, right? Land transfer tax,
well, look
right?
Look what's happening now, the condo market.
Exactly, right? And then when I see these type of things, like free transit, lower property tax, okay, nice. Which world are we living in? Where is the math? Does it make sense? So, what are you selling to people?
Yeah. Well, you're selling downtown.
Right?
You're selling downtown. That's all it is.
What are you
downtown.
selling? Exactly. What are
Everyone's
you
built
selling?
downtown.
Right?
I've always thought very years ago they wanted to build the Sky Dome back then.
Yeah.
And then the Air Canada Center. They wanted to say, "Bro, let's do it in the burbs.
Yeah.
Scarborough, let's do West End." No, I gotta be downtown.
Community centers. We do not have enough community
you build
centers.
everything downtown. The traffic you created downtown by building all this stuff.
Yeah.
And that's a problem.
Yeah.
When you're gonna hire 70 officers, what are they gonna do?
Exactly.
Go this way, go that way. That's useless. I said you cannot solve traffic.
So,
There's no way.
and keeping taxes down, come on, give me a break.
No.
A single councillor can never do that.
No.
The extra mayoral power,
Well, that's another thing.
that's another thing now.
Yeah.
So, I mean, when you make those promises, please make sure that you give a logical thing to the constate. Give them what they want. Jobs for youth, housing for youths and seniors and homeless people.
We discussed this in your presentation.
Yeah.
And in a little interview. I asked you the question about the youth, right?
Yeah.
About youth mentoring programs. Well, you're an inspiration.
You're
an
it's
inspiration.
My passion.
Yeah. I see how
Right.
the people look at you when I came in here.
Yeah.
How they look at
Like
you,
skilled trades,
they
I
look up
always
to you with
promote
respect
skilled
and
trades.
love, and I see that, And
Right.
the lady here,
Yeah.
she said that there's no youth, nothing. There's a big gap. She said, "You want to get run for a mayor or engage
Yeah.
again next election? Get youth involved." Yeah,
And
There's nothing.
skilled trades, bring it on.
that's another thing.
Right? We had such a nice facilities, 200 Poplar Road. The school was up for sale because it's considered as surplus school.
Mhm.
And I was so excited because City of Toronto was going to bring skilled trades in there. Training center.
Mhm.
EMS was coming there.
No, nice.
I heard later on they don't have money to do that.
Okay.
I had a youth who came to help me over the weekend, and I asked him a very simple question. I said, "What are you good at?" He goes, "Skills. Give me some traits."
Exactly. Give us some trades.
Right?
You know.
And I say, come more often. I'll find you something.
Yeah.
Right? And this is what's missing in this community. We have youths in here. They have no jobs.
Yeah.
Right?
Crime is up.
And like they want to do so many things,
Yeah.
but they have nothing in here.
No.
Businessman does not want to invest in here because they don't have a reliable transit,
That's right.
a reliable place to move around, right? Look at back those days when I came here, Midwest was kind of a hub.
Mm-hmm.
I live at Midland and Lawrence. I go Midland and Midwest. I have a job next morning. I go to my, hey, I'm looking for work.
Yeah.
Okay, come from tomorrow morning.
It was so easy back then, right?
Right. There was a Midwest had all those small.
Even
businesses.
housing. My dad worked for Metro Housing all his life. My dad he retired and died from Metro Housing.
Yeah.
Three shifts. It was called Metro Housing back then. He'd come back to tell these stories. He'd been on call. I gotta move a family tonight. Cameron's coming from a Somerville country. Got a house with him. I got an apartment. That now it's like 3-year waiting list, right?
Exactly. Like all those things have disappeared.
Yeah.
Right.
Because they didn't upkeep these buildings.
Exactly.
Toronto Community Housing. Then they've expanded. I go to the meeting. I bash them. I say, you know what? You've got 9 places you're proud of. Come on.
Yeah.
You neglected all these places. Then the roof came in back in John Trader in the rain, and I said, now you've got we got a team going on. They're going to do a management. Why didn't you do it before?
No.
You know.
And I still remember Malvern Town Center.
Look at even it's like Scarborough is neglected. Look at this. Look at the what do you call it? The Scarborough route gone.
Listen, Pickering and Durham is moving faster than us.
I know, it's ridiculous. Ottawa's moving faster than us.
Look at Ottawa.
Hamilton.
Right? I mean, it's moving so fast. Like I never imagined that North Oshawa will develop so fast.
Yeah.
Like Brooklyn and those things.
Yeah.
Because you asked me those neighborhoods, there was one convenience store with a with gas station at Simcoe, and it starts with C. It's at the where the new Durham College is.
Oh, the town?
In Oshawa, the Durham College. So it's at Simcoe and I forgot the street name. Simcoe and is it Collins there? Yeah, Collins. Simcoe and Collins. One gas station there, and now it's a small town.
Yep.
Like high rises, grocery stores, Costco, you name it, it's all there. Scarborough, and I it's such a
Have you seen the No Choice Properties? Yeah. So you see the plans for what they want to do with the Walmart and Eglinton, the whole area. Pharmacy, Eglinton Square. They all these plans. I've seen them. So this is the funny thing. So they're going to tear all that down. It's going to be major traffic. People can't shop there. People have to go elsewhere. So my last thing is, why would you want to build over there? Why don't you do some empty land that's sitting in Scarborough? Build over there. Well, you build it. No, if you build, they will come. They will move there, right?
Yeah.
No, this is going to be. They have 4
Let's
phases.
see.
Like,
Let them start.
I've talked to the guy that owns what's his name? Muslim guy. He owns the No Frills at Eglinton there at Pharmacy.
Yeah.
He said they promised him he'll get his store to the front, move to the front when they renovate.
Ali,
that's good guy, nice guy.
Ali,
Nice guy.
yes.
I bug him a lot.
Yes.
He's also got the beard going. Yeah, he's a good guy.
Ali.
He told me this. Yeah, so
Yeah.
they're not going to touch it now because of the delays in building supplies and all that.
Again, the question is, it's a good plan
It is
on papers.
Yeah, nice picture and all. Yeah,
Nice pictures and things like that. Implementation.
Yeah.
And timeline to finish a project
That's right.
is a key thing.
Well, yeah.
I've been waiting for transit in Scarborough since I came to this country, 1995.
We get the LLT coming up.
I had a very nice, that Kennedy to Lawrence. I always travel in that transit, like little LRT we had. I loved it. Made me happy, right? That I'm doing transit in a transit, right? Other than that, what do we have? Right? If I have to go right now to downtown Toronto, I have to plan for 2 hours.
Yeah. We don't have any express routes in Scarborough, right? Mm-hmm. Elsewhere they have it.
Elsewhere, yes.
Yeah.
Right. So
but that's it.
It's a sad part that we see all these things. You see my brochure. I have endorsement from all neighborhoods. I have endorsement from doctors. I have from people who are talking about safeties in their neighborhoods. Right. People, who are educators. People who are from the community. Right, like I say, thanks to Scarborough Health Network and their campaign of Love Scarborough.
Yeah, it's beautiful, eh?
That created
they
lots
so
of
much
buzz.
Money. Oh yeah,
right. And I'm thankful. I'm blessed that I was part of that project. I still thank one of my friend. He passed away. His name is Sal Hafiji. He kind of brought me into the services. Right, like when I was young in this country, he goes, "Why don't you come and help us?" And I say, "Listen, man." He goes, "Just come. I'll show you what to do," right? And he just, presence there helping people was a good thing. He passed away like 2 years ago, very early age. But that gentleman took me to Scarborough Health Network, and my eyes opened up there. The misconception I had that everything is free totally diminished from my head. All I thought was that everything is free. Healthcare is free, right? But they're not investing. Look at all good hospitals in downtown Toronto.
Yeah.
Scarborough had 3 hospitals. In 1995, they still have 3 hospitals.
That's right.
In 1995.
They have the Scarborough General. They got the
Scarborough
the one
General,
on Birchmount.
the one at Birchmount,
Yeah.
and Finch, and the third one Centenary.
Yeah.
Right? We still have 3 hospitals.
That's all we got.
Population has grown up.
Yeah.
Still we have 3 hospitals.
Yeah, and very few doctors.
We few doctors, right?
Yeah.
And that's another challenge, right?
Yeah.
And less beds, right?
Yeah.
But then I realized during those days that we have to pay for certain things. So I met with few people in there, and then I said, well, you never told us this. We do collections for sick kids in all the schools.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I said we could have done for Scarborough Networks,
Yeah.
right?
Well, a lot of these small places get neglected.
Right, and then that campaign gave lots of boost and awareness to the community, and thankfully I was part of it. It raised lots of money from all the communities. Right, I was part of the Scarborough Muslim community group, so we started making people aware in all the mosques and
I'm glad you mentioned that about the Muslim community.
yeah,
Because what gets me mad is some of the stores on the beaches have been raided,
Yeah.
destroyed,
yeah,
all because of hatred.
yeah.
And we come to this country as a melting pot.
Yeah.
When I see small stores being destroyed. So you mentioned about the Muslim community.
yeah,
And I know this for a fact, because I've dealt with Muslim community. I have a lot of Muslim friends. And you mentioned this, the Muslim community, let's just talk about that alone, how much they put back in Scarborough.
Yeah.
They have put so much back in Scarborough. People don't realize that. They say, the mosques growing up here, how many more mosques? Look what they put back in the community.
I took
Unless you don't, I'm going to be direct. When you're not white, you're not going to understand cultures.
Yep.
Right? When I was overseas, posting in different countries, especially Muslim communities, a lot of what you don't see in the media, you see the people, the rich food. When I was there, I didn't have problems starving. I worked with men on the bases, different countries, especially Afghanistan, all those. Every weekend I had a place to go. Every day, come, bring your friend,
Yeah.
come, family.
Yeah.
I met so many rich people, billionaires. They give back to the community, Muslim community. So when I see people bashing stores, and just for hatred, and if you're gonna bash, take off your mask, show who you are. If you're
Exactly.
big, bad, brave. And these people are just come from livelihood. They have nothing to do with politics. They're just raising their families. But back in the 1560s, immigrants came to this country. They came to Toronto. They raised communities by building up the stores. It's
Yeah.
all based.
Oh.
Now, this is what's missing in Scarborough. We have so many different ethnic backgrounds. We have different parts, we have Indian, Brimley, and there's a Brimley and Lawrence.
Yep.
There's a bunch of Indian stores there. I
Yes,
go there all
yes,
the time.
yes,
And that's a small kid. But
Listen, I had my grocery store at Midland and Lawrence back in 1999.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And like I said, the beauty of that campaign was I took the senior officers from the hospitals to all the mosques.
Nice.
And I said, $2 million is not a big amount for us. We can call 15, 20 donors and get their money.
That's right.
But that's not the key thing for me. My key thing is to go to the ordinary people who are not aware of this campaign.
No.
Right? They should know about this.
Well, it's not advertised. There's no media coverage.
Right.
Well, the only thing I saw media coverage was during the COVID. They show I don't know what Muslim community it was. They're donating food, raising food for the workers, social workers, all homegrown, donated, delivered, all free.
All free. We did.
We
I
forget
did.
that sometimes. We forget little things like that.
I did with few of my friends. We were sitting and said we should do something, and then we came up with this idea. Me, Sal, Iqbal, and we were sitting in my office at Markham Road. He goes, "We should do something. We have such a big community kitchen in our mosque." He goes, "Let's do something." I said, "Let's do something." So we said, "Let's cook there." So during COVID, we had cooked, packed, and delivered 600 meals a day.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Non-stop. I initiated to bring the COVID shots clinic at the mosque. Like at least 4 to 5. 1,200 people, 1,500 people, right? The vaccine clinics at the school levels, right? Why? Because Those are the hubs.
And all this stuff, food, vaccines, was there any media coverage of that?
No. A good friend of mine,
Yeah.
Patrick, he has some health issues. He cannot be in public. He calls me. Hey, Zakir, can you do something for me? I cannot stand in line. I say, yeah, we'll do drive-through. He comes in his car in the mask, and I call the doctor. He was from doctors from beyond the Doctors Without Borders.
Okay, that's yeah.
Yeah, they came from there, right?
Yeah.
So I spoke to him. I said, listen, I have a friend named Patrick, and he has a problem. Like, he cannot be in public. Doesn't matter what happens because he has some immune system issue. Is there any way we can just give him a shot while sitting in the car? He goes, yeah, no problems. Call him. He comes, drive through, done, gone, right? And he is like, I cannot believe this. I'm so much thankful to you.
Yeah, see?
Right? But
no, it's these little stories that make a difference.
Yeah.
Discover what it is, right?
Right? And then
Yes,
this is it's a passion. You learn. If you're engaged, you learn.
Yeah.
Right? You don't stay in one small little community and bash other guy and think that I know Scarborough. No, you have to go in every communities, every cultures. You have to understand they have different perspectives. They have different ideas. They have different stories. The goal is one. When I say the goal is one, the human kindness is one goal. You can do in a different ways.
Yeah.
Right? You can speak in English, French, English, Gujarati, Hindi, Urdu, name it. You can do, but the goal is same, right? It's just a human nature. Hey, just do it in this language.
Yeah, we're internally love driven,
right?
That's
so these type of things. I mean, I have seen a lot in my my career, and this is what always driven me to run, right? Like to do something for Scarborough, right? Good friend of mine came from downtown because I cannot believe. I passed so many times in my car from 401, never came to Scarborough, but he came to one of our parties. Sadly, he had to take bus on that day, and he goes, I cannot believe that Scarborough is this far.
That's funny.
I said, thank you, my friend.
I hear that.
Right, this is our day-to-day story, my friend, and you don't understand.
They also go, you live so far in Scarborough.
So I have seen those type of things, and listen, if we don't stand up now, we will still left behind.
Yeah.
Right.
Do you think you should connect to the? I say they should connect the. Well, they're building the Scarborough line, right?
Mm-hmm.
They got the Shepherd line stopped at Fairview Mall. They should just match.
The plan was always there.
Yeah, but they're not going to do it. I told them, I've asked them, I said, you got the machines on the ground, just do it.
The people of Scarborough has to, wake up now.
Yeah, we're way behind it.
We are way behind, and we have given.
Scarborough's doing many years ago. You said they have planned.
We need stronger voices.
Yeah.
They come here to get our votes.
That's all they do.
Right.
Well, yeah. That's right.
And I don't know how much longer I'm going to live. I'm 50 already.
Yeah.
Right. Technically, I see 20 years.
Yeah. you plan 20 years?
Technically, I see 20 years.
Oh, you better have planned. That's when you just got. That's
what I want to see something.
Yeah.
I want to see something for our youths.
Yeah.
For my kids.
Yeah.
All born in Scarborough hospitals. I worry about the future.
Well, yeah.
Where are they going to find jobs?
Well, look at now. Look at CNE. The turnout at CNE. How many jobs?
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's so sad to hear.
I knock on doors, and the first thing, somebody who's friendly, do a job for me.
Yeah.
Right? And I'm worried about those kids. Right? How are you going to find jobs?
And not just kids. I met a guy from Walmart with my mom shopping. Big muscle Indian guy. I said, you got a nice back, eh? You're Indians from me. I go, how do you know? I said, they kind of bring the Indians over, strong backs to lift the lazy Canadian. He's a good guy. So we became friends. So he's works for Uber, and he pays $2,000 a month to use a taxi, the insurance, and all this. He's got 3 kids back in India. He wants to bring more one day, but he wants to get a job. So I'm trying to help him get a job. Apply for City Toronto, TTC. He puts applications in. I call up periodically, just meet him at Walmart, and he always says, hello, sir, how's your mom, He called me one day, says, you need a ride anywhere, let me know, sir. If you're stranded, let me know, I come and get you. Yeah. Just like that.
And then you have to have the passion, and you have to have,
but
because, when I say, things like this, the reason why I know so much things, listen, I have worked for a grocery store, I have ran a grocery store as a self-employed. Okay? I have driven, to all the streets, you name it, from Durham. I've driven newspapers, all the newspapers I have done, you name it, I have done it. I have driven Ubers also,
Yeah.
so nobody can challenge me on that. I have driven school buses of special education, right? I have been a businessman where I employed at least 70 to 80 people. I have been a real estate agent, right? So ask me, I know things, right? I have helped people, right? I do community works, right? So, I have dealt with those things, right? And that's a personal experience.
You always hands-on experience to make you a better person inside, right?
Right?
Yeah.
And then that's why I
And
always...
you mentioned about the debate about the candidates. I find it funny these candidates are applying like they did last by-election, and the not the council, more the mayors, and they go around these all different wards. They got all the ethnic background meetings, the clubs, the affiliation. They have these nice idea. We people live together in a nice community. We get all this kumbaya moments. But I said, you don't live in the community.
Yeah.
You just go to the event. And I ask them this question. I ask them every time. When you go to a planned event, when you get your picture taken, you go back the next day and help clean up.
Yeah.
None of them do.
That's what you do.
You help clean up. It's nice to be there, but what goes in the background?
You know SA, right?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yesterday, so our garbage bin was full.
Oh, in case people are, SA is his campaign manager.
Yes.
He's a mean guy. When I call him, he says, yes, Philip, I know. He's a big muscle guy. Don't mess with him.
So
He's a good guy. He's a good guy.
Everybody were busy on weekends.
Yeah.
It was advanced voting day. There's another campaign office here, and there's lots of restaurants and things. So we have only one garbage bin here, right? So the garbage guy came yesterday. He picked up because it was overloaded. There were lots of bags left behind, right? I came in. I parked my car, right? The bin was empty, but all the bags were
All right.
right. You can ask SA. The first thing I did, I rolled up my sleeves. I threw all those garbage bags which are outside the garbage bin inside. He goes, sir, leave it. I say, I'm sorry, man. I cannot do that. It doesn't help me. It does not, that's not me.
Yeah, just to let somebody else do it.
This is my neighborhood.
That's right. Yeah.
If I don't look after, who's going to look after?
Yeah.
Right? And these small things, you have to do it. Right? And this is what's going to make you a bigger guy one day.
Yeah.
Because you are okay of lifting garbage bags and things like that, right? So, cleaning washrooms and things does not bother me.
You gotta get your hands dirty, yeah?
Right? I have done newspapers while wearing suits.
Yeah.
I'm in a party at 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock at night, and the wedding parties and things like that, and I get a phone call from my driver. He goes, boss, I cannot come tonight. Where am I going to find a replacement? Then the supervisor calls me that Zakir, Dennis is not coming today. I say, it's okay, I'll come. But I enjoy my, the wedding party or whatever party I have. And just I drive my car from there to there, take the newspapers, go and do the route and come back.
Yeah.
Even my drivers, they say, boss, what's going on? I say, that's fun.
Yeah.
Right? It's not about your clothes, it's all about you.
Yeah.
Right? How you look at things, how you treat things, right? So I say it's okay, right? So, I'm always grounded, not born with golden spoon.
No.
Right? I earn every single dollar. I came in this country, my dad had $37 in his pocket. Only $37 in his pocket.
No, that's it.
That's all he had. Right? And then when he left me to Toronto, right, he gave me that $37. Right? I knew my dad very well. He always had money in his pocket. And I knew that this $37 will make his pocket empty. Right? So I took that 37 back, and he had a pocket up here. I said, Dad, you keep this. Right? You have fun with this.
Yeah.
I'll make my way.
That's
Right?
nice.
So, those type of things, right, has always kept me grounded. Doesn't matter what happens, I'm blessed with good friends, with good family, my brothers, my sisters, you name it, my uncles.
4 daughters you got?
My
4
daughters,
daughters,
my uncles, my aunties, I have a big family in here. But I'm blessed. I'm telling you, I'm blessed. The reason why I say I'm blessed, it's their prayers, right? I have lots of constituents, right? In the 7 years of my tenure at the board, I survived because of their prayers. There were interest group who wanted to knock me down in 2022. But I survived because all those people, I made some changes in their lives. Like knowingly, unknowingly, they message me and I send them message back. I fight for them, right? I say, why not? Give me a good reason, why not? I have student stories, they came to the school and, they wanted to do IB programs. They found it very tough.
Well, tell them about the story you told me about the little boy. The 5-year-old, I think, 5 or 6-year-old. He came up to you. We were talking about fundraising, or whatever, or something. First time I met you in the first interview. You told me off the interview. You had a video with a little boy.
Oh yeah.
Remember?
He always wants to be a scientist.
Yeah.
But every time he has issues in the school, he calls his mom, this and that, and then the mom goes, I'll call Zakir uncle, right?
Yeah.
So he remembers that name. So now he found out from mom, because he's in grade 3 now, that mom says Zakir uncle is running for city councillor. He goes, what is that? He goes, this is what it is. He goes, I want to go door knock for him.
Yeah.
And he came with me to door knock.
And how old is he?
8 years.
8 years old, right?
Right? He came door knocking with people, and I met 2 or 3 families. He goes, you know what? I'm going to vote for you because of this sentiment.
So,
Right?
That's so cool.
So these type of things, you get blessed. You meet those parents, especially the special education kids.
Yeah.
You see the Port Union, the resurfacing plant they have.
Oh, that other?
The disaster. I've gone through this at Old Military Trail.
Yeah.
And Ellesmere.
Why do we have such poor city planning?
It's no accountability.
That's right. It's ridiculous.
Nobody wants to call them out.
No.
Right?
Well, that's what it is.
And it
right?
happened to me, and that was 6
Do you
months.
remember, was it Potty Road? The Potty off the DVP, the Potty Road?
Oh yeah.
They screwed that up. The councillor, I won't mention his name. He's my own
Kennedy and Ellesmere 401.
Yeah.
You know how many years that construction went on? I don't know how many engineers might have retired from there. Right? Because nobody's asking them. Nobody's calling them
Well,
out.
even when they built St. Clair, how long it took the St. Clair?
Yeah.
It was too high. Was it too high or low for the subway?
Yeah.
The streetcar? And then they did the joining of the down at the what was it down at Lakeshore? What do you call it's the warehouse for the streetcars? What's it called?
Oh, yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they did that, and then they joined. It was one was higher than the other. It's like, what do you plan this? Can you imagine if they had?
No.
Can you imagine if they had? I watched the documentary, the tunnel.
Yeah.
In England.
Yeah.
Can you imagine if they had that kind of? They had these kind of workers back there planning the tunnel.
No accountability.
No, there's not.
That's the problem. There's no accountability. Like I said, like this should have opened long time ago.
Yeah. You mean the LRT?
No, the Port Union.
Oh, the Port Union. Yeah.
They should have.
I just avoid that.
Now, the rain has started falling.
Yes.
Best of luck until March, April.
Exactly.
Why?
Yeah.
The weather.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. I mean, because there's no accountability, right? People don't call them out. I called them out in my neighborhood, and they opened up the roads in 15-20 days.
Yeah. See.
Right? Because I went to the infrastructure committee. Jennifer was a chair there. I delegated there. I was very upset as a trustee. I said, guys, what's going on, man? 6 months, 12 months, 18 months, 20 months, 24 months?
Consultation fees, surveys, all this stuff
So
they go
what's
on.
going on, right?
Yeah.
And then in 20 days, like Kingston and Lawrence, there used to be a Shell gas station. They were making a right turn, moving out the curb. How long it takes to take out the curb? If you give a contract to someone, 7 days is enough.
Yeah.
Oh man, I used to pass by that street every single day. And I was tired. Red lanes, another problem, right? I mean, guys, early morning you're doing it, I'm okay. Busy time. If you have 10 buses running, school bus running, I'm okay with that. 2 or more passengers in a car, taxis running, I'm fine. But after 10 o'clock, make it easy for everybody else.
Exactly. Yeah.
Right? We are in Scarborough. We are not 1 block away. That's what they call 1 block away. We are not 1 block away. We are kilometers away.
Exactly. Yeah.
Right? Come and ride the bike. It has happened to me so many times at the board. Like, when they challenge me about kilometers, they have their own kilometers for the qualification of student for the buses.
Mm-hmm.
I say, you don't know Scarborough. You want the child to walk on a street where people are driving on 50, 60 kilometers per hour without anybody monitoring the traffic lights? We don't have traffic safety people there.
Yeah.
Right? So those type of fights I have fought it, and I have been in trouble at the board of raising my voice.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they always tell me, "Oh, we'll take you to integrity commission because you're talking too loud."
Oh my God.
And I say, "Yeah, be my guest."
Look what happened to him. I'm saying the councillor during the before the by-election.
Exactly.
He worded about something about the clerks, and he got suspended. Right, just like that.
So
wording is
this type of things I've seen it, and then this is my humble request to each and every Scarborough resident, especially Scarborough-Rouge Park. You know, they have a very important election, right? And they have to choose a right candidate, right? Don't fall for, you know, the trap of, you know, bring me back, you know, bringing taxes down, free transit, lower property tax. It does not make.
No, these are not really. Well, these are like, it's kind of like Toronto politics is so old. They do the same photo ops, false promises, millions of dollars, and people fall for it.
Exactly.
And they only go, and then you know, you get the fan, the council, the mayor, you get a sheet where all the votes are. That's where the votes are. You go that area and you canvass.
Yeah.
When I canvassed, I was engaged. I was in Riverdale, I was Weston, Dana Finch, all those areas that they were part of it. Nobody go there. They go, "Who are you?"
Yeah.
"You're the first mayor of Canada. Where'd you come from?" "We don't get anybody on here," because nobody talks to us. You know, and that's the problem.
And that's the thing. Like, people don't, you know, realize what is at stake.
And you just told me earlier before the interview, you've done the whole ward now. You can't. How long did it take you?
I'm doing this since. So I nominated myself 2nd of July.
Mm-hmm.
We got this office after I think a week or two. We've been door knocking.
Since then, July, August, September.
July, August, September.
And you just finished, right? You just recently finished.
Not done yet.
No?
Not done yet.
How much more you got left?
I still got 2 more polls. We knocked one down yesterday. I will knock down one today, but I have another event at University of Toronto. So I have volunteers, they will knock, but I'll definitely go, right, and then knock all those doors.
I think we covered everything now. Actually, we mentioned this earlier. I talked to your volunteers. The volunteers, yeah. We very still talk about our volunteers, our campaign managers, and all the people that support you.
Yes.
You know, and they're also, I tell people, thank the people that sacrifice taking the time to help you as well, right? And where you humble yourself.
It's all them.
They do all the work. They do all the work, and they help you. And
they come here.
Yeah.
You know, they come and help me. They believe in me.
Yeah.
Right. They have faith in me. Right. I attend their calls. Right.
Yeah.
I respect them. And we have volunteers from 8 years old to 85-year-old.
You told me the other day.
We had 91
volunteers
in the office.
Bang, just like that.
We had to deliver this newsletter. Saturday and Sunday we covered close to 21,000 doors.
Wow, that's amazing.
21,000.
Yeah, that's
doors.
how big the ward is. People don't realize that.
Yes.
It's not downtown where you can go like one little ward to. I'm not saying ward, but just
21,000.
when they reduced the wards, you know, from
Yeah.
46.
47.
Yeah, 47.
And now it's 25.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
You know, you've seen Montreal's town council.
Yeah.
They have a bigger council, and they have sub councils, where I think what they call them, right? And they got another thing. Another thing that I want to talk about is the mixture of ethnic backgrounds. Lack of there in City Hall.
Yeah.
Right? You know? When's the last time I saw a guy from India in City Hall?
I don't know. I don't recall anyone.
Osman Malik is the first Muslim to serve City Hall.
Yeah.
Deputy mayor. I talked to, he's a good friend. Nice lady. Smart lady. Chris Moyes, Bravo, Amber Morty. Who's the guy in TTC? Oh, Jamal. I talked to them all. I met them all through the last election. All good people. All new voices. All ethnic backgrounds. We should have like Montreal have so much diversification in their city hall. It's amazing.
Me and Jamal met at one of the transit. They had a transit meeting in Malvern.
Yeah.
Me and Jamal met there.
Oh, that's you met. Nice guy, yeah.
Very nice guy.
Very quiet. I call him Mel.
Came from New York, became a lawyer, and we had a good chat. We became good friends.
Oh, it's good. Yeah, right? That's what the people are just interested in serving the public, right?
We have a good relationship. Me and Jamal go very well. When he was running for city council, we talked. I gave him some suggestions what to do, what not to do. But good friend. And how we became more friends when I was running for trustee. So I spent lots of time at his grandma's house.
Oh, okay.
Right, and I talked so much, and then Jamal came home because Jamal used to live there. And Jamal called me, he goes, "Guess what?" I said, "What?" Because you knocked my grandma's door, and she's telling me with your flyer to take her to a polling station now.
So nice.
yes. She goes, I'm going to vote for this guy.
That's so nice. Yeah.
So, you know, because she's very much enthusiastic voting for you, right? I said, that's good, right?
Yeah.
So, me and Jamal, we go far, right?
We know more difference. Let's see, city council does not reflect now what city Toronto's is. We can oversee nationalities. We don't see in City Hall.
Yeah.
They got to get that out. We need them more faces.
We have to.
We need it because this is a misrepresentation.
Like I said a while ago, you know, every community has brilliances and ideas, right? And if those voices are on the table for a cause, which is a good city of Toronto, right? Then we should bring them.
I was talking to your lady, the young volunteer.
Yeah.
She was thinking, we're talking about going back about want to give all the youth. How about we got a youth council for Toronto? We got one. Now they got a little. I think every ward should have one.
Exactly.
Yeah, a youth council for every ward, representing different nationalities, not just one. It's relaxed. It's not the interest that has to be out there. I got a friend I had to interview in my pod show. His name's Frank McFadden. I met him in McDonald's. Electric wheelchair, black guy, you know, special needs. I said, "Do you mind if I do an interview? We're talking." I said, "Yeah, let's do it." He told his whole story. What he gets for months. He misses meals. He can only take the TTC because he doesn't qualify for anything. He's an adult fare. He's not a senior. He can't get a discount, right? But he told his story, and this is the thing. And he said this the other day. I saw McDonald's the other day. I said, you know, he says there's not one person on the board of Wheel-Trans that has a disability. So that tells you right there. When you're making plans and implementation, we're talking about the TTC riders. Not one person. Also, I mentioned in the group there in the meeting. I said, do you know that when Wheel-Trans picks up a senior or anybody with a disability or whatever, they only allow certain baggage. If you have like more than 5 or 6 bags, they have a policy. You can't bring that on. So if you're shopping, like I talked to many, this is ridiculous. You get penalized. What do? Leave your groceries and all that, you know? And you talk about, you support seniors. What would you like to do more for seniors?
I heard lots of seniors talk about the frequency of buses. That's number one. Mm-hmm. We need lots of community hubs for them. Yeah, we're missing that. We are. Like it's not one block.
No.
We are not in one
block in Scarborough is like 5 miles.
Exactly, and I have done that at Toronto District School Board. I got all the senior staff. I said, listen, we are sitting at Markham and Lawrence. Let's do some radius calculation. We have community center, which is at Ellesmere and Markham Road, Centennial. Yeah. I say from here, there's another one, which is at Markham and Kingston Road. Then we go towards west, we have one at McGregor, right? From here, if Markham and Ellesmere, Markham and Lawrence, if we go one more, we have to go all the way to Heron Park, then Port Union. Right? Let's go Malvern now. I said, look at the radius of Scarborough and the amount of centers we have, and let's compare that to the blocks. They have in each and every blocks. Yeah. Right? So imagine this. Right? It's those type of things are needed in Scarborough, especially for seniors, right? Because they don't have those lasers and things like that to engage and to come out to do something, right? We have YMCA expensive, Pan Am Center expensive. It's not free.
No, it's paid for that. Right? You gotta pay for that.
You gotta pay for it, and then you have to go there. Right? So those types of things are missing, right? So those investments are needed for seniors, big time.
Yeah, there's not enough senior community groups for.
No, I met a lady on the street on the other day. She's the president of Ontario Seniors, and she was so much impressed. She saw the platform of mine, and she goes, "That's good. Keep up doing the good work." And then we talked about cricket because I'm also secretary of Scarborough Cricket Association. And he goes, "What do you guys do for women in general, right? Do you promote seniors?" And I say, "Yeah, I say I'm part of over 40, over 50, over 60, over 70 cricket. Right? I promote those things. Like people after 40 should not be, restless. They should be doing something. If you do at 40, then you'll do at 50. When you do at 50, you'll do at 60. Yeah. 60 to 70. I met an Australian player who came 2 summers ago to play from Australia. I think he came with his oxygen pouch in here.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And he was doing wicket keeping, and I said, "Are you serious?" He goes, "Yeah." I think he was 80 years old plus.
And he played cricket.
He played cricket. See? Right? With his own oxygen, like he was carrying his oxygen kit with him.
That's amazing.
right?
That's so cool.
So we support those type of things.
Yeah.
I believe in those type. Supporting is a different thing. I believe in that because tomorrow, let's be very honest to each other. I will be like that.
Yeah, well, people forget that,
Right, and I'll be.
Yeah.
And when I see people like Raphael, Tony, they're sitting in their front porch and have nothing to do.
That's right.
Right.
Well, there's nothing around.
There's nothing around. Kids are busy.
You'd have to take a bus to any community group.
Right.
There's nothing.
And not everybody's going to come there.
And when I look at the library,
The libraries are.
they have very few senior programs.
Exactly.
Very few.
Right. So those type of things, I'm very much passionate about the youth and the seniors, right? Because youthfulness starts, senior ends. So you have to do something for them.
Even like volunteer mentor programs for like, say, I'm a certified electrician. I want to teach some kids how to do it unofficially
The red
as a
tape.
volunteer.
It's a red tape.
Yeah,
Right?
a lot of the red tape is ridiculous.
Like they don't want people like you who have those skills to pass on to somebody
No,
else.
that's the thing.
You cannot do it because it's insurance.
Oh yeah, it's on the insurance, right? Yeah, that's well, let's talk about something else. Food banks. We didn't discuss that. The whole red tape of food banks. That's one of my big things. My platform is food security. And other countries in Europe have passed a bylaw that's illegal to throw out good food, and they've used that bylaw to implement pickups, trucks, taking, for example, grocery stores. They get a rip in the bag, tear or mark. They won't put a presentation. They rather just throw it in and bring it back to the factory. Some have reduced shelves, like Walmart has a few of those now, but still, the amount of minis they waste in that, it's ridiculous.
The need.
Food banks are not the answer, first of all. And this is the problem. We keep feeding to this. I'm going to say it already. I'm not a big fan of daily food bank.
Mm-hmm.
I believe in smaller food banks like Scarborough, Fort York downtown. Well, Fort York downtown. The TIF, what do you call it?
TIF.
Yeah, okay. I got guys that work in catering there, and they tell me the amount of money that's wasted there. Food they throw out there. I said, buddy, there's a Fort York food bank just down the road from where you are. Go take it down there. They can't. Red tape. Hygiene, all this stuff.
Insurance. What if they eat this and what's going to happen?
Oh my gosh, it's just become so
the
red
need
tape.
is so much.
It's like you want to. I don't want to. The city doesn't take a chance of being sued by somebody.
The need is so much, and I'll give you two small stories. I had a friend. He had a program in his backyard, and he had excess food. So he calls me. He was like, "Here, I had probably 500 meals. Those people did not show up. Do you know anyone who can use this?" I said, "Yeah, pack it in the containers." In Scarborough, in my neighborhood, I have a good friend who works with these people. I called him. I said, "Dave, I got 500 meals, man." He goes, "Are you serious, Zakir? When can you bring?" I said, "When do you need?" It was 5:30, 6 o'clock. And this is, we're talking about at 4 o'clock with my other friend. We arranged everything. 500 plus meals were short. It was Monday. After everything was done, Dave calls me and he goes, "Zakir, can you believe this?" I said, "What?" I said, "This was from God." I said, "Why?" He goes, "In this neighborhood, very few people come and distribute food on Monday. So I was thinking about these people, that how they're going to eat today. And you called me, right? And 500 plus meals were gone, like in an hour.
Just like that, yeah.
Like that. Another friend of mine, Dr. Singh, he calls me one day. He goes, "Zakir, do you know anyone who needs food? It's ready cooked food, chana and rice and things." I said, "How many do you have?" He goes, "Probably close to 1,000 meals." I called Dave again. He knows the neighborhood, right? This was another time. They all go in there, 1,000 gone.
Just like that, eh?
Just like that.
Yeah.
Right? I go downtown Toronto every Christmas. Right? People waiting in line. I see people at every corner of the Queen and what's the intersection? Sherbourne?
Yep.
Queen and
The
Sherbourne.
whole area, right? There's the park there and everything.
Right.
Yeah.
And I see so many people coming to distribute food, gone in out.
Just like that, yeah.
Just like that, right? During pandemic, I have done all those things. The need, it's so much.
Yeah.
And you're right. I mean, all these people who are wasting this type of things.
Oh yeah. I like what the CNA did. They had a thing on the news the other day. The CNAs, they're taking their extra food for the food billings. They take transferred to Second Harvest.
Anybody who has extra food or cooked food, they want to donate, call me.
Exactly.
I know people who needs them day in, day out. Right, day in, day out.
Yeah.
And I'll find those spots and places where those foods are
I
required.
think the government should kick in and pay full time for
Yes.
feeding kids in the morning. Breakfast. We have tunas for tummies. That's all
Yeah.
donations.
Yeah.
It's not fully government funded, unfortunately. It would be, but it's just small examples.
One of my biggest dreams is to open up a food bank in Scarborough where it's open 24 hours. Right? People come in.
I always had a dream that I had like a little restaurant.
Something like,
drop-in
that,
center,
like a drop-in center.
Yeah, they can
you know?
24 hours open. You
It's
come in.
24 hours open,
Yeah.
the food is there,
Food is there.
you eat,
Yeah.
you go.
Yeah.
Right? And this is one of my dream.
Yeah.
Again, like the cost is the biggest challenge,
It is, yeah.
right? It's not about the human power. The biggest challenge is, the physical space. Right? And I'm looking for that physical space which is accessible to few people, it's easy accessible, right? So I'm looking for those type of space. Once I find that, fingers
You'd be
crossed.
surprised the amount of volunteers you get for cooking in kitchens.
Exactly.
Yeah, the amount of,
Like people are ready to do it.
Yeah.
Like they will. I have
They love cooking.
donors.
They love helping out. They just don't have the avenues.
I have friends who
Yeah.
wants to donate like the raw food. He goes, "Zakir, come take it.
Cook it all, yeah.
You do the rest. You do it." And that's one of my dream of opening up. That 24-hour. You want to call it soup kitchen, or you want to call it 24-hour meal program.
Yeah, that's what I also yeah. I always
Right?
like that, yeah.
So I have that dream for
When
very
I live on
long.
the East Coast, as I always say, on the East Coast, there's always room for the table for one.
Yes.
And I love that. And I always believe in that.
Yes.
Stranger become a friend, friend becomes family.
True. True.
But then you get that space. I'll come cook. I love cooking.
There you
I've
go.
done
So
for
see-
volunteer for cooking, and
Yeah.
yeah, the amount of volunteers out there, like seniors. Seniors are a great source of volunteers.
Exactly.
They're like our church. One of my churches, I go to Epiphany. All the Italian ladies that come there and cook for the meals, and all for the breakfast and not the breakfast, but the bazaars and all. I'm there all week with them. They feed you every day for the volunteers, but they are unskilled workers. They call them. They're just volunteers, but they cook a heck of a meal. Indian. We're both from India. You can't cook for one, right?
No, that's the
You
sad
can
part.
try.
That's what I'm saying.
You cannot cook for one.
You can try, right?
Yeah.
And
Look, I've had friends over. They go, "Who are you expecting? An army?" I go, "No, I'm from India. What do you think? I'm gonna cook for one person?"
not possible.
No.
We'll go somebody's house and eat if it's for one person, but we're not cooking
No,
for
you're
one
never
person.
gonna. No, that's the way we're raised, right?
So yeah, that's one of my passion and one of my dream to open up 24 hours.
That's amazing. Yeah.
People come in.
Not just
eat.
one. Actually, there should be many. I think there should be more. Just one. Not just one. We'll start one to start.
One to
and
start,
get more,
right?
you know?
And then I want to set up that model, right? A model of
And have programs where people can volunteer and support programs. People with mental health. It's all connected. People don't realize back in the '80s when I was in the armed forces and reserves. The old convention center down on Front Street? No.
It's not front.
No, not Front. It's
Or the Metro Convention.
yeah, that one.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we had it all set up. Military guys, volunteer nurses, doctors, social workers, food, all kinds of food. Homeless came to there. We advertised. They came down. They got medically taken care of. They got food. They got food take home. They have education. They had programs set up for them. This wasn't advertised.
Yeah.
You never saw it. People don't believe me. I go, it happened. I was there. I was part of it.
And there are people who wants to donate. Trust me.
A lot of
seen
donations,
that during the pandemic drive. I was shocked how many people donated free raw food.
When they took down the barriers of getting off the mask and the restrictions are out, I drove down after all the restrictions and the mask. I was driving down on Bloor Street. I was crying my head off, and I was seeing all the people walking on the streets. Yes, so nice.
Yes, I know.
So nice.
It's a sad reality, but I always tell my kids one thing. I say, listen, it's not about the tongue, it's about the tummy. If God had not created tummy, I don't think so. People would have worked so hard.
It's true.
Or, have dreamt for something else, right? So, I think everybody deserves to eat a good meal at least once a week, once a day.
Once a day, yeah.
Right? Has to have it, right? And while He has promised, I'll make sure you have your meal.
Yeah.
You'll wake up without food.
Yeah, but you'll have food at the end of the day.
You'll have food at the end of the day.
It's funny you mentioned about God. I have a friend who's Catholic. He
Yeah.
goes through some hard times. He says to me one day, I heard before, he goes, I prayed all this stuff. He goes, am I being cursed by God? Why is God punishing me? I said, what's the problem? I'm getting all these challenges. I said, well, if you lead an ordinary life, there's no sin in heaven. God gives you what can handle the most. So the more you can handle, the more you get challenged.
But the thing is, what is missing in all this, it's a human nature anyways. Have you think about what he has given you?
Exactly. Yeah.
Like the challenges you are counting,
But be grateful for what you have.
but have you ever
Yeah.
thought
I tell
about that?
all my
I wake up early morning, I have a breakfast,
Yeah.
it doesn't matter what the breakfast is, I woke up, I'm healthy, I'm walking,
Yeah.
I'm talking, I'm, you name it.
Yeah.
Right? You're doing that, you're blessed with that.
You're already blessed for you getting all the stuff, right? You got
Right?
beautiful daughters.
You're talking to,
People
exactly.
get example. Oh, I'm gonna pay for this. I'm not getting that. Well, what do you got right now? You got a house. You got a car. So what do you complain about?
What else you need? You need a roof to live,
Yeah.
a food to eat,
Yeah.
and something which can move you around. That's the blessings you
That's
have.
our human nature, right?
Right?
And the biggest about human nature is volunteering as a counselor, ring is to help other people.
Exactly.
That's what it is.
Right? That's
right.
exactly what it is,
Yeah.
right? So it's a human nature of ungratefulness.
Yeah, it is.
But if we count the blessings He has given to us
Yeah.
as a human beings,
Yeah.
it's a lot.
And you pass it on to others, right?
Yeah, you always
Like you
have
said,
to-
just telling your stories, people come up to you, hey, I remember you. You helped my daughter. Never met you once. This is perfect examples.
Exactly.
If you could be like that, I would say, you be that fly on a wall, the amount of people for yourself that you inspired, just telling a few stories,
Yeah.
and they come back to you, and they're like, it has to make you feel when they come back, oh, you helped me start a car. You helped me do this, you do this, and then you're like, wow. And you find out all these people you know the neighborhood from way back. Now you're running. You're like, it's overwhelming.
It's so much-
It makes you humble, right? It humbles your heart.
Exactly,
It,
right? And then this lady always calls me hero in the system,
Oh, it's nice.
right? So she came from, I think Turkey, if I'm not wrong. She moved recently in 2018. She came to Scarborough. She saw all those good things about Scarborough, and she wanted her child to go into a French class, like French school. So she chose one of the school in my neighborhood, and not enough French classes are running. Like it's just
No, it's very,
right.
Yeah.
She was very upset at the school principal. So the principal goes, talk to your trustee. He goes, what is that? He goes, here's the number. So she calls me, and I got elected, and she calls me. I'm very upset with the system, and I want to, do this. I want to do that. I want to talk to you. I said, sure, come to my office. She comes to my office. She gives me all the challenges. I say, first of all, you chose the wrong place. If you're looking for French, you should have gone to Beaches, because Beaches have lots of French schools.
Yeah.
Right. He goes, where is that? I say, Victoria Park, south of Kingston Road. Those are the neighborhoods. He goes, okay, fine. So she, gave up this apartment. She went there. And then again, she faced the challenges. Like, the school she was looking for, she could not get that school. And, these boundaries, and, if your address is here, you cannot
Yeah, you
go
can't go to
here.
that school.
and
Yeah, I
that's not
remember.
this,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So now the jurisdiction is changed.
Yeah.
So she calls me, she goes, Zakir, I'm still facing trouble. I said, call the local trustee now. I'm not trustee of that area. She goes, I email, no response, blah, blah, blah. So I call my friend, because she's a trustee. I say, he goes, Zakir, let the superintendent deal with that. I say, yeah, but, she's looking for help. And then she did not. So I called the superintendent. I say, can you? He goes, yes, but this is the red tape, So I called the associate director. I said, listen, my friend, this is not fair. Somebody who is new to this country, there's a child involved, right, who wants to learn French, right? And why are we tossing them like a football, right? He goes, what's up, trustee? I said, this is what it is, man. He goes, let me make a phone call. He made a phone call. Things worked out for her.
Okay.
Right? And then, even right now at this moment, she always praises me for that. He goes, you will always remain the hero in the system. Because she goes, I came from a bureaucracy side and I know how it works. But you fought for my son. My son today is so fluent in French
Oh, nice.
that, I will always be thankful to you. I said, listen, this was meant. You came from there, you went to school, you met me. This happened.
She was directed toward you,
Yeah.
right?
So
Anybody
this
else?
is-
Else? Maybe not the same results, right?
Exactly. So
That's
I say
the
this
thing,
was meant to be, right?
Yeah.
So those type of things, I have those stories which makes me humble. It makes me more, I call it motivational. right? That things can be changed, things can be done. Right time, right place, right advocacy, everything can happen.
You ever thought of doing your own pod or your own videos yourself? You'd have enough stories. These are human stories. We're doing on the thing right here. You're gonna watch that.
I have a.
I'll bet people watch it. They'll say, "Hey, I want you guys more stories to tell." I love the stories. I love his groundwork.
I really want to do a podcast.
You should. Yeah, it's fun.
Right, and I have a setup ready.
They do.
Yes.
Do you have a name for it?
60 seconds with Zakir.
Okay, you got it right now. It's plug in 60 seconds with Zakir.
Zakir. This was my plan for the last 6 months, but due to my schedule and things, it's not happening.
Yeah.
But I really want to do it.
Yeah.
It's ready.
Yeah.
It's ready in my other office.
That's nice.
Like the cameras are ready, the mics
So
are ready.
I got mine. This is the Cruising Philip podcast. I started the Scarborough Hawk podcast last year, which is new. I just started that, but there's not just be one Scarborough Hawk podcast. There's many podcasts in Scarborough.
Yeah.
Not just one. Because people email, are you the only podcast in Scarborough starting out? Yeah. I'm the first one. There could be more after me. I'm not a licensed guy. We can only have my podcast in Scarborough. It's just licensing.
So I have this plan for very long. 60 seconds with Zakir.
So it's funny you mentioned that, eh?
Yes,
Oh.
I want to do that, and it's just to inspire people. I talked to this international student.
Would your podcast be like a phone in or one-on-one or
one-on-one,
interviews?
yeah. Talking to people, like sharing the stories, like when I speak to the young students who comes from as international students and the challenges they talk, when they talk negativity about Toronto or generally in Canada, I say, guys, what a struggle you don't know. Ask me.
Yeah.
You think I'm wearing this suit and everything just happened overnight.
Well, that's the thing, right? They want to know your background story.
See, it happened overnight.
Yeah.
So you have to struggle for that. So you are lucky you have social media with you, your phone, you have Uber, you got everything with you. Not me.
No. Even my nephew, he says to me one day, he goes, Uncle, I detest buses. They're beneath me. I go, they're beneath you, really? Why are they beneath you? That's their little class. I don't know why. Buddy, come back to my time, back in the 80s. No cell phone, no computers.
No.
I used to take a bus down to the subway, down to the streetcar, down to Fort Carms for 5 years. 1.5 hours each day.
Yeah.
And people, has improved service? Yes, now 2 hours. But I tell the point of fact, you don't realize what you got.
Yeah, my first cell phone was Kentel AT&T from Ford, $15 a month.
Exactly.
It's free after 6 o'clock.
Yes,
right? And I have to carry like this.
Nobody call you after 6.
Yes, and then
don't call you after 6.
Yes. And I have to make sure it's 6:15, not even 6:05.
Or even the recording. Please don't call me after 6 o'clock.
So
now it's all changed. Yeah, they got it made.
And the weekends are free, right? So I say you are lucky.
Yeah.
You are lucky that you have all the tools
to
succeed.
All the social media tools, right?
You need food, it comes to your door.
Yeah.
Looking down.
Deliveries, right?
Restaurants you see,
drive-throughs, deliveries,
For us, McDonald's, the sandwich, fish and chips. No,
the fish burger.
The Mac.
Big Mac.
The Big Mac, but with
chicken.
Not the chicken, the fish one. Fillet of fish.
Fillet of fish, yeah.
That was one of the one.
Yeah.
You go to country style donuts.
Yeah.
Right? And you tell him, make sure you toast this bagel twice.
Yeah.
Make it crunchy.
Yeah.
Put lots of, cheese on it,
Yeah.
right? Early morning it tastes so good with the coffees.
Yeah.
Right? I'm always fan of country style coffee. I saw lots of coffee times that back then. Tim Hortons just came in 99.
Yeah. Country style was before, yeah.
Right? Country style. Tim Hortons came after that, right? So I tell them, I say, you have to wake up every morning.
Well, like you said earlier in the interview, back then the box they came up. I tell the kids that they go, what? Yeah, it's in a museum now.
Yeah, exactly, right. And I always tell them, I say, keep this in mind. You have to wake up every single morning. Groom yourself. Doesn't matter what it is. If you have to go for even a gas station job interview, make sure you're presentable.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
You look good.
Yeah.
Right? Doesn't have to be a flashy shirt and just have a nice shirt and a pair of shoes.
A job is a job.
Right? A job is a job, right? Just go there, give your interview, give your best and come back.
Yeah.
Right? Then you will get things.
I always tell people, do a follow-up call when you put an application in. Yeah. When you have an interview, do a follow-up call. Thank you for the interview. I've had 3 jobs. And I asked each one later when I was hiring full time, why'd you hire me? You only got to call back. See, it makes a difference,
I still tell them that you call me for a job and you think there's no jobs, there are jobs, but you don't want to do the odd jobs.
Yeah, the odd job. That's right.
Right? But I can tell you one thing: if I need a job tomorrow, I can go find one job.
Yeah.
And any odd job.
Any job, right? Yeah.
I'll find it.
Yeah.
Right? So you have to go through that. And I have gone through that phase.
Well, yeah, grocery stores in your area, right?
Grocery stores, you need.
I've done 3 jobs. I worked 2 donor shops. I used to work in grocery stores 3 shifts
There you go.
for like 4 years just to pay the bills.
Just to pay the bills. Actually, I was enjoying it.
Yeah, I mean, I enjoyed my time.
I was saving lots of money.
Yeah.
Bread was 79 cents. Eggs were 99
Wow,
cents.
those are like
gas
that's like
stations.
people. They're gonna watch. They're gonna be like, wow, when did that happen?
my cheapest gas I put was 29 cents at
Yeah.
Victoria Park, and I think it's a Main Street or Main, Victoria Park in Main. They opened up Loblaws grocery store or something.
Victoria
like
Park in Maine. Yeah, there's a
There's a big gas station there.
there's a metro there. I think. I can't remember.
Metro is in the front of the Denford,
Yeah.
right?
I think it was Loblaws.
And
yeah.
I think it's
I
Loblaws,
keep
but
passing
but
it,
it used
yeah.
to be something else,
Yeah.
and they used to give us a credit. Like you you fill up a gas there, and all those credit goes to your groceries.
Yeah.
Right. So I have seen those days. Chicken Lake 79 cents. The white ones are 79. The yellow ones are 89
McDonald's has these retro things. I feel like what's your retro price range like back in the 80s? See what people think. I bet you get a lot of money. Back then the old Big Macs were bigger,
Yeah.
like $1.39.
Yes.
And back then, have a retro meal fit, retro price day, where you go back to the old days and.
Yeah.
And now it's like chicken McNuggets, like $5.99 for 6 pieces of chicken.
6 pieces. Yeah.
I said, buddy, it's cheaper to go get the chicken myself, put the breadcrumbs, just put it in the oven. I'm just being crude.
I know. So I've
It's
seen those
funny.
days, and I used to save lots of money. But money was not a motivation for me. It was all I was enjoying it.
And also, just to mention, as a counselor to be, right? You've seen as a grassroots, we've seen how to stretch a dollar.
Yeah.
We're down at City Hall. You've seen the money wasted there. It's ridiculous. But what $1 million to them is like candy, like they said in interviews.
Yeah.
To us, $1 million is like life for a whole community.
True.
We can do so much, and that's where we need people like us, you guys, in there.
Yes.
We know where the dollar is, where the dollar comes from,
Yeah.
how far you can stretch a dollar. Cut stuff that's going on in the budget. Doesn't wasted money.
Lots of wastage.
Like you
Lots of
wouldn't
wastage.
just
We have
signs,
to
consultation fees, empty hotels during COVID, not even used for the homeless. I mean, come
Listen,
on.
we need
and you're
another-
proud to advertise this.
we need another podcast for that. Trust me,
Yeah.
all those wastages and all those accountabilities and things
But
like
all
that.
all these incumbents are getting older, right? And they're
Yeah.
moving on here. Eventually they can only hang on for so long.
We have to
We need
create
to
a
face it.
movement,
We do.
and that
Social
movement
media.
has to be to give awareness to people.
Yeah, the voice of the people.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like you can be a counselor.
Yeah.
Right, and the counselor has to be a guy or anybody who runs that role has to be very responsible, right? And who knows the challenges.
Yeah.
Not just
And it's lived in the community.
and
Exactly.
that's
the
a
thing, right?
very key thing. If you want to serve Scarborough, and this is my humble appeal to each and everyone, if you want to live in Scarborough, you have to explore Scarborough first. If you don't know Scarborough and the neighborhoods,
Yeah.
you don't know Scarborough.
Yeah.
So be very careful to each and everyone who is voting this election that you select that person who knows Scarborough,
Yeah.
who has passion for Scarborough, who loves Scarborough, right? And who makes sure that he's reliable and he makes sure that the voices are heard. And it has to be a strong voice, not just a voice, right? And who gets things done, right? It's important now. We've been struggling since 1997.
Well, yeah, well, all these
28, 30 years
Yeah,
till
well,
we are amalgamated city.
But a lot of them never grew up in Scarborough. I mean, they live in Scarborough, right?
They live in,
They didn't even live in
call
Scarborough.
themselves.
Yeah. Well, that's when you lived here 5 years, but what have you
Right.
seen? You've seen Scarborough. I've seen Scarborough, bro.
I've seen
I've
Scarborough
seen-
in and out. Like
Yeah, so
I might
it's-
not have seen 100%, but I've seen Scarborough. My 50 years of life, I've spent 30 years in here.
Yeah.
Right? And it's so sad when I see, we don't get what we're supposed to get.
No.
Right? I always dreamt one thing, that I will have my office in downtown Toronto. Why? Because I had nothing in here.
I always had an idea. Move City Hall downtown to City Hall Scarborough.
Yeah.
Then you see the changes right there.
That's what when people say, you have
a City Hall in Scarborough? Really?
Right.
Yeah,
I'll
Scarborough
bring
City.
this, I'll bring that, no, they have to come here.
Exactly. Yeah.
If you really want to make changes, they have to come here.
Yeah, and see.
Right? And see the reality.
Yes.
Right? That this is what it is. And
Well, there
this
was a
is
time when
illegal.
the Scarborough-Rouge Council, the train broke down.
Yeah.
They already some of the councils are implementing what they want to do with Scarborough routes. They'd say, what is it, from Warden Station, the route all the way on Kenny to Ellesmere will take you less than 20 minutes. I go, I look at it, I go, you don't live in Scarborough, do you? Oh, I'll save you 5 minutes on your trip. No. I don't know where you get your logic. I said that. I followed. Come to Scarborough and see take a bus, see what it's like. They ain't gonna work. It's not gonna work.
We will have another podcast on this.
I know.
I promise you that.
Okay.
I have a lot.
So when are you going to see your podcast air for the first time?
Let me get through this first,
Okay.
and then I have plans for sure.
Okay.
It's going to come out.
Do you have a logo or anything already?
Yes, everything is ready to go.
Oh, good.
Everything is ready to go. This should have gone like 6 months ago,
Yeah.
right? But I was very busy with some stuff, and the
It would help
board.
you. It would help you to campaign with the podcast, right? You know?
It could have,
Yeah.
for sure, for
Yeah,
sure.
Seen
it
the
could
voices,
have.
they'd seen your videos,
Yeah,
you know.
yeah.
And
But I
that's-
think this one
This'll
will
be-
go a good
yeah.
one,
Yeah.
and I think
You
this
can also
will-
just break down the video with all the different.
yes, and this
For the podcast, yeah.
today's talk will give that perspective
Yeah.
of who am I.
Well, that's why I'm doing this. You know why?
Yeah.
Because you see your pictures, right?
Yeah.
There's no voice.
No.
Just a good-looking guy with a suit.
There's no voice.
Oh, I like this suit better than this one. You should have gone with the blue.
But
I'm just saying.
Yes.
That's why I do the video. The video, the little interviews are hit. The presentation it's like over 800 hits already.
Yeah.
People that can't make it are saying to me in emails. I get all the emails. Thank you so much for doing it. We get to see who the candidates are. We can hear them talking. The interviews, you're talking. Not just you president giving your campaign speech, but you're hearing your background.
No.
They relate with that. People relate with that. They rather people don't want perfect candidates. They don't because they're boring. Well, you know who we're talking about.
Listen, I don't use my notes. I don't use.
What's that down there?
the speeches.
I'm just kidding.
Right? Everything comes out is my personal
No,
experience.
exactly. Yeah,
and then,
we didn't. Yeah, we didn't.
right.
We didn't program. These are not programmed
Right?
questions.
No, because this is me.
No, yeah. But that's what people
Natural,
need to see.
authentic
They need to see
guy.
they need to see your
Right.
struggle. People relate with struggle. You know, like things you have to give up, things you have to sacrifice.
Yeah.
They go, I know where you're coming from.
Yeah.
You know, every interview I've done on my pod show, people's struggles, they love it because it shows real reality.
Yeah.
They've been in that situation. You know, like yourself. They're gonna see this pod show or this interview, and they're gonna say, "I've been through that.
Yeah.
I'm going through. Oh, he went through that too. Maybe I can talk to him." You know, maybe, and this will inspire other people. You don't realize that.
It's true. That's
No.
true. But thank you for this.
Yeah,
I really appreciate this.
Yeah, no problem. I'm
And
gonna press the
I
button.
promise you another podcast for sure.
Yeah.
I have a lot to talk.
Yeah.
This is a very few things we have talked.
You think, my gosh, I'm
Right.
great. I'm out of shape now.
And we'll talk more about this. I have a lot to talk.
No, yeah, I
Right, because,
love your stories. I think it's great.
I think we have to compete the world,
Mhm.
and Toronto is the best city.
It is the best city in the world. We want to make
Right?
it better.
I always get jealous when I go Chicago.
Really? Chicago's a nice city too. Yeah, yeah.
Yes, I love that place. Right?
Yeah, I love the
And-
accent.
right? So, like I said, Toronto is a very beautiful place.
Yeah.
The culture, the people, the city.
Yeah,
the
like where
vibes.
other cities in the world can you go down the street and find
No,
Chinese, next street Asian,
But
Thai,
everything.
Indian, right?
you name it,
You know?
you have it.
And we're the only city in the world that has more diversity parades and celebrations than any in the country. I just found out.
Exactly. Right?
Ramadan,
You name it.
everything, Christian, Muslim,
Yeah.
Asian, everything. We have this
Yes.
because we're allowed to accentuate and express ourselves,
Yes.
and that's the thing. So thank you so much,
But
sir.
thank you so much for
Yeah.
coming. And like I said, I promised.
Yeah,
Election day, vote for Zakir Patel, number 14 on the ballot.
number 14.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you so much. We'll turn it off here. See here, and we're done.